and I'm going to take a random guess at when we're live, and I think that's now. So, yes, good evening, everyone. We're up to episode 5 of this new chapter in the Yesrallaw Odyssey. Obviously, we're still down by a few players. Obviously, Gruce can't be in the party, and Marsh is still not with us. So we think he is moving house, isn't he? He isn't just dropped off the face of the earth.
Well, he's been moving house for the last month or two.
I'm assuming he's waiting to have his internet cut or put back on or something. But yeah, haven't heard high nor hair. Anyway,
If in any case, Mars, if you're seeing this or hearing this, please send us at least a message or a sign of life.
yes,
Please let us know that you haven't been murdered by somebody in Lisboa.
that would be nice.
Yeah.
Really would. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to copy a link to the stream, and I'm going to shamelessly shill the stream in the Discord. Oops, I actually put the wrong episode, not part 5, but it's episode 20. They don't. That won't any changes. So, where we left off, you guys had made your way into a cave system and explored your way right to what seems to be the back of the cave, where you'd found a bunch of people having a fight all between themselves with some demons. At which point they all turned around and attacked you. There weren't very many of them left, so you killed them in swift order. And then picked up the treasure that they were all fighting over. Well played. In the process,
The enemy of my enemy comes next.
Indeed, in the process, you've ended up getting a number of interesting items. Some slightly more mundane, but with interesting powers or abilities, should we say? And Garrow got himself a talking staff that has the ability to mock people furiously, or should I say, viciously.
Yes, Garrow gained a life coach.
You did indeed. Not at all a way for me as GM to add a little bit of exposition and have a bit of fun insulting people as we go. I wouldn't do.
I don't think you've ever needed an excuse for that.
No, but it doesn't hurt to have another reason. So you're in a cave. You're at the back of the cave. There are bears in the cave that are still wandering around.
Have we looked in the big chest?
I've looked in the big chest. There in the big chest were 10 rather, large ingots of gold.
Has anyone taken the gold, or is it still in the chest?
They are still in the chest, I would imagine, by normal D&D sort of rules. They would be worth around about 500 gold pieces.
Which one?
Per ingot.
Oh,
the golden ingots in the chest. Yes. So
they are quite heavy. You're probably better off leaving them in the chest and dragging them around, or whatever. Or whatever. I don't know how much weight you've got. Money I'm not counting the weight of, but big freaking ingots of gold. Yeah, you're gonna have to work out whether or not and how those are carried.
We have
I'm strong.
2 horses
I will
available
take 3.
to us.
Sorry.
I was going to suggest we have 2 horses available, so we could probably fashion a sled out of bits of wood outside the cave and just drag it to town.
You could indeed. You could do all sorts of. But you're in a cave. Is there anything you would like to do in the cave? Do you want to explore the rest of the cave, or do you want to make your way out of this?
I'd like to pick up spiders.
Would like to pick up spiders.
I would like to take 3 of these gold bars. How much did you say they weighed?
Oh God. I think they're something like £10.
Fantastic.
Didn't you say to me earlier today, Trig, that that's 4 gold bars equals £1?
No, I did not. I said something very different. You guys are going to experience what I'm talking about there in a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Was it 1 kilo?
No, it is literally. I've been looking into it, and apparently at this particular period of time, there was a gold coin, several gold coins in circulation, and 4 of those gold coins was the equivalent of 1 English pound. Because the pound, of course, being England's currency of choice, was extraordinarily powerful back in the day, and so that is going to be something you're going to run into. Is that there is an exchange rate at the present moment of 4 gold coins for 1 pound.
Oh dang! You mean the Stradivania coins?
Yes. I'm going to say that. Basically, you will find people going, because what they did in those days was they essentially went, it's a gold coin, how much does it weigh? Okay, yeah, that's equivalent to this. That means it's worth, it's either an angel or a noble or a rose or etc.
Mm.
And I have a link if anyone wants to actually sort of look up this on medieval coinage in English history. But yes, you will run into Englishmen trading in pounds and pennies using the old LSD system of 240 pennies to a pound.
Oh.
And yes, a gold
LSD.
coin is essentially worth 80 pennies by that system. Actually, when I've been working on the maths on it, actually is probably better than base 10. No.
Base 100, you mean?
Base 10, base 10.
Right. Okay. So, CD is searching for spiders. He says he's be right back.
Yeah.
Theo, do you want to do anything here?
Yeah. I was thinking of checking this way. There seems to be another one. There's another, what you call it? Another bit of the cave.
Which way? Towards where?
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Towards
good
this
because
one.
Justin is heading that way too.
I would like to go with him, and I would, well, I don't. I don't need any light or anything, so no, I'm just gonna walk.
No, you actually
Oh.
don't, because I need to do this. I need to work out how this is, because Justin's sword glows.
Oh, that's
brightly.
fine, but I also have dark vision.
Yeah.
Are we taking the chest with us or just leaving it behind?
That is totally your choice.
I'm asking these guys.
I mean,
It's still got what, 7 gold bars in it?
Yeah. By the way,
that's coming with us.
Well, all I'm going to say is we've left 7 gold bars with the bard that we barely know.
How about we pick up 2 gold bars each? And
all right. Shall we say we just split it 2 each? That's 5. It's 5 of us. Is everyone okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
There's 4 of you. Unless you're giving.
I'm counting Dai as well as one of the characters.
I'm counting Dai as one of the characters. That's interesting. Yeah, cool.
And Cider.
Oh, yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Let's say you're counting Justin as well.
He didn't seem to have any interest in the gold. He just wandered off.
Yeah, but he did fight, so I don't know.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take 2, and then to follow you guys. You do what you want.
So how many were left after that? There were only 7.
Kiki took 3. I took 2.
I'll just take 1.
I'll take 2.
Okay, so anyone else? Just add that weight into your backpack.
Yeah. That means there's 2 left for what? Ginny?
But Jenny,
Jenny?
Okay, fine. Jenny did nothing. I'm taking 2 gold bars, then 1 for Jenny.
Jenny did do nothing, and yes, fine. Jenny
Being
gets a
free
gold bar.
also is its own reward.
She sung at people and insulted them.
She actually did do quite a lot of buffing of the party. You are correct. Right. As you get to about where you are now, if everyone wants to sort of essentially come up to this point, Justin is going to basically get a little bit of a run on, and is going to go essentially evil. And
Is he pointing at any of us when he says that?
no, he is not. He is running head on at full speed, and at a speed that seems just almost inhuman for someone in full plate. And disappears
Are there
off.
enemies here?
There are a bunch of wolves here, and you're going to be seeing them now.
Yeah, we're
Well, I can see 5 of them already. You just had Justin run through them.
So Justin runs through. They just scattered, actually, as he ran. They were surprised by him, and they're equally kind of surprised by you. They growl.
Just kicked aside a wolf. Get out of me,
I
Ray.
am going to follow Justin. I think I have the same move speed that he has.
No, you don't.
But you can tell me if I don't.
Do not.
Okay.
Just moves.
I-
Can move in plate mail about 20 feet per turn faster than.
Jesus.
I can move 80 feet a turn.
Like I said, Justin moves at an almost inhuman speed.
All right, well, I will attempt to keep up with him. So move me as close as is appropriate for that.
Go out to show. And let's. The wolves are growling at you, but as of yet, none of them have actually done anything other than just fucking run.
Has Jenny followed us or stayed behind in the dark, just out of curiosity?
No, the wolves
Jenny
are
is a
running off.
human, as far as I understand. Is that, or at least it appears human, should I say?
Is Jenny human? Jenny is a bard. I mean, she's played by Irish.
That does.
She's played by an Irishman or an Irish lass called Di. So whether or not that counts as human to you or not, I'm not sure.
Irish. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean, to use the modern language, would it be correct to say she presents as human?
Ugh.
Anyway, yeah, I'm following Justin at whatever speed I can. You choose if I've caught up with him.
Yeah, you won't catch up with him. But if everyone else is following, by all means do.
Yeah. There's probably.
I'm not going to follow too closely. I don't like the idea of leaving potential enemies behind us. So I'm going to keep watch on these wolves.
Scarrow, when you get to that point there, and everyone move up behind him, I want to stop for a second because I need to do a bit of a thing when you get to that point.
Okay.
Because combat needs to take place. Ominous music indeed. There is a fucking roar, essentially. Big, loud noise. Also, this has happened.
By
And
who?
then
Oh, by the way, does this count as a mossy cave?
there would be moss in this cave, yes.
Okay.
And right, battle has started. You hear a hell of a roar, and hold on a second.
Animal or demon?
Oh, inhuman loud roar at this point. And yes,
Oh, that was to GM. Sorry about that.
Kiki, what was that link?
okay. So I've got here we go. Yes, yep. Give me a second. Need to do initiative in just 2 seconds.
Okay.
I just need to calculate this. So that is 6, 7, 13 plus 21 plus 2. So that's 31. 40.
Okay.
40 damage. Actually, pretty lousy kind of hit for an opening. Oh no, not 41. 52. 52 damage he does with his opening swing.
Do we see on what?
Do not see one what, and you do not know on what. All you hear is one hell of a whack, and followed by a bloody gigantic roar. Battle has commenced somewhere. I think you know where it's
Roll
coming from.
initiative.
Roll initiative.
Don't forget. Do you have the thing open yet? The
Initiative tracker.
I
The
don't have the
initiative
tracker, and I don't know
tracker.
how to get the tracker. Nightmare. How do I do the dump?
Oh, congrats, Theo. You rolled even higher than usual.
What? I didn't roll. That's Trig.
Oh,
That's there.
That's me.
Get the initiative tracker. That one. That is that one.
yes,
That's
it is.
That did it. But we can't see anything in it yet.
Why?
Oh, yep. Things are there. All right. So we have me, Justin, Theo, Demon Thing, Chase. Is Kiki on here? Kiki is
Yeah.
on
Here.
here.
Holy shit. Okay.
Well, that was the end of the combat.
Just in second hit is somewhat on the pokey side there. Holy crap, 50.
I'm going to point out, by the way, that has already accounted for your divine smite and stuff.
Right.
Bloody
There's no
Noah.
Divine Smite on that. That has, yes, you're counted. That's 30, 15, 60, 70.
I believe that's all those numbers equal 69.
Nice.
The top one's only if you smite it, though, right?
Ah, okay, yeah, you're right. But it should be an extra 2d10.
Should it? If that's the Holy Avenger, that's the one on the bottom right.
Correct. You are correct. Okay, so 15 plus
42, I make it.
2.
Wait, are you sure? Because that's different.
Doesn't matter.
It's
It is-
4%, but
And we
the other
all
one
agree
below
it
it.
was many points of
It
damage.
is many
Yeah.
points of damage. He has
I
done.
think the top one is your smite, and the low one is just the crit damage of rolling a natural 20.
Well, the additional value on it is because you've crit. So
Yeah,
the
that's
crit,
the middle
the
one
plus
at the
is
top.
no. The one at the top is your smite damage. The reason there's a plus there is because it's
is.
crit, and that's the addition of the crit damage.
It is.
Yeah.
The one on the bottom left is the basic sword swing, and the one on the bottom right is bonus damage because it's a Holy Avenger.
Yep, he actually rolled
Ah.
terribly. Don't worry about it. That yes, you're right. I shouldn't have Divine Smited on the second one. But either way, it doesn't matter. He has done a huge amount of damage with his second attack, and he also needs to do the aura thing that he does as well with his spell. Spirit Shroud, and if I remember rightly, any attack you make deals an extra 1d8. Right. Okay. No, that was his initiative, taking the beastie by surprise.
Well,
He then
I
got a
believe
20.
it's his turn again.
He got a 24 on his initiative, even though the beastie has an initiative of 19. So he's going to get to go again. Because Justin
Any
is
chance you can reveal this combat area?
not until you get there. You're going to have to
All
run.
right. My
Wow.
character is half in the fog of war at the moment, that's all.
Okay, hold on. Oh, I don't know if that hits. Doesn't hit.
Damn, you missed one.
Did. I'll just stop moving the goddamn character. Second
It's
shot,
okay because his branding smite will carry on over to the next one.
which he does land. Does 19 plus 9. 19 plus 18, that's
37, right?
37.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Holy crap. 16. Theo, it is your turn to push ahead.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
carefully. Let's see. That's Do-do-do-do-do. Yeah, I'll move myself there. As close as I can.
Okay.
I'll say here.
You're gonna move there?
I'll move myself there. Let me switch. Yep. Can I see anything more?
You should be able to see a lot more now. Let's see. You've got 30 feet of night dark vision in perfect. Yeah. You can see the lot of what's going off there.
Also, thanks
Oh.
to branding smite, I'm not sure whether you noticed that in the description, but the enemy should now be a light source.
Right.
Then I'm gonna stealth. Use my bonus action to stealth.
More demons, and your bonus action is the south, which is very wise.
Darn it, you're supposed to stand next to a campfire first.
And if it's mossy caves, then I get a +10 to stealth.
Do indeed.
So that's a 21.
Are you wearing your?
Yes, I do.
Good idea. It's a good cloak, that is.
Is Theo basically just standing up against the cave, pushing himself against the moss?
Yes, he is literally basically pushing himself against the cave and throwing the cape over himself and becoming part of the wall. And
I'm
actually-
basically I basically donned what they call a ghillie suit.
Yes.
And on that note, I'm gonna use that as to my advantage to shoot the demon, but
Which demon would you like to shoot?
the closest.
Good idea.
Does a 10 hit?
10 does not hit. No.
So 12 hit, you mean? You get advantage.
12 doesn't hit either. It hits him and literally sort of it you know what it does hit? It hits him in the chest and just ricochets off.
You've got to find the weak spot, Theo.
It's a big demon. In fact, you know what? I'm a dumbass. Actually, these are big demons.
Oh, do you need to make them bigger? Ah,
They are large creatures. They are the same size as a horse.
they are big boys.
That does
Yeah.
make them slightly more intimidating.
That
Yes.
does indeed make them slightly more intimidating. I'm gonna use the 1 foot that I have to step back. I'm just gonna shout at the rest of them. Big demons ahead.
I have an issue with this, Theo. The walls are talking to us.
What?
The demon attacks, or the devil, should I say, attacks. He's going to attack obviously Justin because he is really pissed at Justin. He can make 3 attacks. I will just put this up into thing there. He's going to strike with his fork twice. Doing 14 damage first time round. Not hitting the second time round.
Does he get any
Not hitting the third time round. 14 damage.
Does he get to hit a third time if he gets a natural fail?
A natural.
A crit fail? Just curious.
A crit fail. Sorry, what am I being done?
Fail in Swedish.
Fail.
Fail.
I'm not counting critical fails. I've let them off a few times.
Okay.
Considering that's a critical fail and a critical at the same time, that is a 1 and a 20. That's quite an interesting one. I'll let it slide at this point in time. And the other one has a go, and he is going to hurl flame. And Justin takes that hit. The next hit, he's not going to be. Okay, so he's going to throw. And Justin, they roar. They are fucking scary. These things are big. Be afraid. Didi, it's your turn.
I come up to here so that I can see.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any small spiders next to Justin?
You are completely and utterly focused on the demons. Everything other than the demons and the very, very, very angry paladin standing in front of them, gleaming with white light, is pretty much all you can see. There is fire, there is smoke, there is a paladin bathed in white light standing in front of two gigantic horned devils and knocking the crap out of them whilst they set him on fire. Difficult to see a spider that's about 4 or 5 millimeters in diameter in that melee, but you by all means have a good look. In fact, roll for it. Roll a 20 and you'll find a spider.
A flat d20?
A flat d20.
Damn. Well, it had a 5% fucking chance of happening. No way that would happen.
Yeah. I'm honestly impressed that you could take your eyes off what you're seeing in front of you. You have never seen anything that big and that terrifying in front of it, as far as I know. You've seen big squirrels, sure, but I don't think you've seen flame-throwing large demons before. So kudos on looking for a spider in that. Is that all you're doing? Or are you going to do anything else?
20-foot radius. Okay, let me just see. A 20-foot radius would be, if I say cast it over here, send it over here, it would be around like this, right?
20-foot radius it would be a 40 foot in diameter. So it's a circle 40 foot wide.
Centered on where you cast it is 20 foot outwards. What is the spell?
I'm trying to see what spells I can cast so that ooh, this is a spell that I can cast.
How many How many feet did you say? 20?
It's basically in a 20-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
Is this?
Ice Storm.
Ice Storm.
Mm.
What level spell is that?
That's a level 4 spell.
Okay. You want to cast Ice Storm?
Doesn't require us to be outside to work.
Okay. For now, let me get the combat going. I'd like to cast Fairy Fire.
Fairy fire.
20-foot cube within range. I'd like to cast it so that only these two are affected by it.
Okay.
Damn, 20 foot is quite a lot.
20
Thank you.
foot cube. That's not a 20-foot radius. That is a cube 20 foot. So yeah, that's not a problem. Any creature in that area, the spell is cast is also on light. If it fails a dexterity saving throw, the objects are.
This sword has a 20-foot cube around it.
Is it doing any damage? That's the.
No, it doesn't do any damage, but it does give us advantage on all attacks if it sticks.
They've got to roll a dexterity throw.
Which is okay. The first one passes. Shit. Hey, I tried.
What level is that? Fairy fire.
It's
One.
level 1.
The level 1. You know what, I'm going to do this openly so you can see what's happening because you should have got it now. Right, okay, no problem at all. Pretty much right in front of you. Just next, just in. An imp pops out of nowhere, looking confused.
Oh, for crying out loud, stop using spells.
It's the only thing I have.
Don't you have like a crossbow?
Don't you have
shit at
something
it.
effective then? Don't you see
have
those
like
giant things?
giant claws?
Giant meaty claws?
It's okay.
Can you not
It's
throw
one.
rats at him?
It's got 6 turn order, and it's out of action for at least one turn whilst it works out where the fuck it is. Because 1 minute it's in the depths of hell, having doing fun imp things in hell, and now it's in a cave looking at a big fucking horned devil, which is surprising because he was actually just talking to a horned devil, and he hasn't realised that the room's changed.
So anyways, Gardilax, I was talking to this other imp.
Wait, you're not what? Where am I?
I think that's a bit devilish to assume that all horned devils look alike.
I mean, they do look alike.
No, I mean, yeah.
Have you not seen these two? Can you differentiate between them? I can't.
Yes, one of them is glowing with light, and the other isn't.
You only ever see the glow.
One does have a lot more hit points than the other.
One of these things is not like the other.
I believe, Garrow, it's your turn.
Okay, well, Garrow's gonna look at his companions and say, "Right, Poindexters, let me show you how it's done." And he steps forward, shoves past them. I assume I can shove past them. They haven't blocked me out of the combat, have they?
Nope, you can get past them.
Okay, let's get the reader out. Yeah, I can get into combat. Good. And I am going to go forward to here, and I am going to cast Shillelagh on the Horned Devil. By which I mean I'm going to do this.
Francois,
the okay. He is
also, it's without the E, by the way. As
also cast the Vicious Mockery.
Do I do that?
Oh, okay. I'll do that. That's...
No, I'm happy to if it's me who does it.
As
Basically roll me 1d4, and I'm going to see if he can beat the wisdom saving throw.
as you see these brackets, right? If you put the 1d4 inside those double square brackets, it'll automatically roll it in the
Wonderful.
description.
Wonderful.
We have no
okay,
idea
so
where you're
you've just done 12
In the
damage,
chat.
right?
Sorry, one at a time. Sorry. What have I just done?
You've just done 12 damage to him.
Okay, well,
And he
that
feels
is
somewhat
wonderful.
put out and attacked on a level that he wasn't expecting. He has just had his demonhood questioned quite severely by a voice in his head that he doesn't usually have. He's had some weird French voice going, your father was a hamster, or whatever, some other random quote.
Or whatever parental figures,
Yes.
horned
And-
devils have.
Your mother was an
Alright,
imp who liked to do it with a succubus, with the incubus. Well,
All right. In which case, I will follow this up by insulting the horn devil myself.
okay.
I will punch him straight in the jaw and say, "Did you get that armor from Discount Armors?"
He is completely unable to answer you.
Yeah, I
Lost
didn't think
for-
you'd have an answer.
Lost for words, speechless, also dead.
Wait, what?
I literally killed him with Vicious Mockery. Me, Garo. I am definitely the sharpest wit here.
I don't know. That was more aggressive mockery than vicious.
Aggressive, vicious. I mean, look, Thesaurus. And I shall end
It's the
with
mockery that counts.
an Eye of Storm on myself, which gives me. God, what is it again? It gives me some temporary hit points. I'll figure out while the next person takes their turn.
Right. I think it's Grace's turn. Grace, you will be hearing the sounds of quite significant battle going
How
on.
are these wolves doing?
These wolves are running from you.
You're seriously going to prioritize wolves over the devils? Okay.
Well,
These wolves are basically scarpering. But frankly, I didn't think anyone was actually over here looking.
oh yeah, I was making sure we didn't have enemies behind us that we were going to get pincered by if we tried to escape.
Yeah, no.
Try to escape. Listen
You've
to yourself.
got wolves that are suffering from a significant amount of terror. I wouldn't say fear, but it doesn't really quite cut it.
So I can get here. Can I see?
Oh, that does work.
Yeah. Can I see this guy? No, that wall's in the way, isn't it?
Yeah, that wall is in the way. Is that your sprint or is that your form?
No, that was my basic move getting here. So I can sprint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And stand next to him. And I think that's all I can do.
Much. Lucky for you, that imp is still summon sick, and so is the other one, and neither gets a turn. Just in turns to Garrow, and grins, says thank you, and leaps straight over.
Oh, well. I thought it was about time I got a kill in one of these combats in this cave.
And
Damn those rolls.
In the grace of God.
That's pretty
Okay,
good.
tell me,
In the
Trig,
name
how
of
do you
God.
fudge your rolls?
In the name
don't.
of God. In the name of God, we come
Yeah,
to
sure.
you look on the you hover over the mouse on those rolls. I'm not re-rolling. I'm not doing anything iffy. Right. So, what have we got there?
In the name of God.
So that's 24, 47, 47, 50, 59, 60, 70, 80 damage. And holy fucking. This is gonna...
That's a lot of holy damage.
Gotta say, maybe it's just me, but the helmets these guys are wearing just makes me think of the robots in Bioshock.
Yes. You mean the big daddies?
Yeah, that's the one.
Sort of that. A mix between those and gladiator helmets.
For the rest of his turn, he's actually going to basically circle round behind this thing and hit him again. Don't do the Divine Smite this time, but he does do another 21 damage to him. Uncheck the right. Okay. Theo.
Yes.
Big beastie dead on the floor. Couple of little flappy fucks around you, looking a bit confused, and another big beastie in front of you that has a few extra holes and is looking somewhat angry.
Oh no, it's angry. It's angry.
Just ignore that one. That whoever's writing script, that's where I ignore that.
No one said anything.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
That is just. I'm just going to move him. That is just so that I can set up turn orders. Okay.
Chase, I'm just expecting CD to fix the little one over here if he spots him, and I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna pull out my rapier and join. Well, let me just check. Do I even have the snap to send ruler? Do I even have the space to? Yes, I have this more than enough space. It's across Justin, so that would be here.
Yep, that'll do.
Are you using me as cover again?
No,
Well,
I'm gonna use my rapier.
Ah, your sharp rapier wit.
And because I'm across him, I have advantage, aka sneak attack. So, where's the rapier? Does 23 hit? Well, 23 damage then.
okay.
So,
Yeah.
Theo, do you think he got your point?
Is there anything else you want to do? Do you want to stay there? Do you want to engage? Do you want to try anything, or are you just going to...
I will be disengaging, using my bonus action to disengage. And I had 1 feet of movement left, so I'm stepping back.
Cool. Cool, because he is really pissed.
What's he gonna do? Is he gonna walk? Is he gonna take a step away from the
No,
pellet?
no, he's going to fire a fireball at you.
Oh no. Oh no, a fireball. Whatever shall I do?
No, you'll
If-
take
if-
27. You'll take 17 points of damage. Is what you'll do.
If only I could evade.
I don't think this lets you make a dex saving throw. I think it's just a flat. He's thrown a ball of fire at you and it's done 17 damage.
The description literally says a fiery breath.
It does say a fiery breath.
Yeah, but
I think that counts for the fired breath of a
is it
dragon.
just letting me take half damage, or
No,
am
you
I
need
reading?
to roll a dexterity saving throw. Take only half damage.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Not sure what that would be against. And he's got...
I don't know. How flame, I think,
I'm-
is supposed to just be a standard ranged attack.
it is a standard ranged attack. Just simple ranged weapon. +7.
So he doesn't have evasion for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, evasion's
Yeah,
for like
so that's
AoEs.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's AoE.
Yeah. Take 17 hits.
All right. Fuck.
Perhaps you should have used me as cover that time.
I'm not dead yet.
You took damage in a combat. This is unheard of.
I
He
broke. Yeah.
He's going to slash at Justin with his tail.
I'm not a coward.
And doesn't hit. And he's also going to... Hold on a second, let me just check this. Yep, he's also going to poke at you with his fork.
That does hit.
13 damage.
That is an ow. That is a ow. I'm at. I just lost 30 health.
I was gonna say, I think
You
range
are
is.
fighting something that's...
I was gonna.
is
I should
fucking
point
you.
out sooner rather than later.
The risk I took was calculated, but
Maybe you should have stealthed afterwards.
yeah.
I think he should have disadvantage on ranged attacks, shouldn't he? Because of being in melee with someone.
I think he just has range on his.
Oh, that sucks. That's so painful.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Hey,
You're
Theo.
not
Hey, Theo.
Yeah.
Theo, do you think you got his point?
You're not dead yet. He's not dead yet, but you're not dead yet.
Well,
You know what? You know what we really need? We really need you to have more hit points.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just glad I got 7 hit points with that level up.
Uh-huh. Chase, come on, save the
All right.
save the day, dude. Cast a gigantic spell and summon another of these bad boys in here. I mean, kill
Maybe
them
heal
and-
the elf.
or heal the elf or something. Yeah.
Yeah, heal the elf with magic.
Heal the elf with
The
magic,
elf is
eh?
looking a bit low on elf right now.
Ouch, ouch, 1 second. The fucking ankle biters are coming at me again.
I like to think that this is not his cat, it's just some ankle biters that he has with him.
Ow, fuck off. Go bite your sister.
Oh come on!
And this is why CD should never have
Chase.
pets.
That's no way to talk to your wife.
Shut the fuck up. Alright, I'm gonna go over here and attack this imp.
Cool.
without casting magic. I'm gonna wield my quarterstaff with my 2 hands and attack it. Does a 14 hit?
14, I think.
Bam, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, 14 hits quite nicely.
All right, it takes 5 points of damage.
Impressive.
He is stunned. Not literally stunned, but sort of shocked into, oh, I'm actually here, and that hurt. Anything else for him?
No, I don't have anything else. Nothing else magical I can cast.
Okay. At the end of your turn, then?
It's the end of my turn.
Right. Jaro.
Right. The square one to my left, would that count as flanking, or do I have to go 1 square further?
You know what? I'll allow it. Actually, no. You go 2. I would say
Yeah,
the
I need
position
that one.
where the imp is, or that one. Those 2 are both flanking.
Right. Well, first things first. I am going to put a 8 temporary hit point shield on the elf, so he doesn't die.
Thank
Lovely.
you very
I say,
much. That is very
Hang
sweet.
in there. You know, we're almost done. Good effort, by the way. And
So hold on. If you cast a
as
spell,
I do that, I'm doing the eye of the storm ability on Theo.
I put the 8 hit points, temporary hit points to myself.
Yeah, 8 temporary hit points, and any damage done to you is reflected up to a max of 8.
Okay, nice. Is that your table of demons that are spawning?
that is my table of where they're spawning.
Ah,
Give it a third. This low level stuff is that's something big. Right. So you've got for
Wait,
8
that was big. What are you talking about?
I wonder what level of spell will summon Satan.
You're gonna need to be a higher
See.
level at this point, but I'm sure some of you can do it. I mean,
Shut up!
to be honest, what you're looking at there is it looks a bit like Satan. He's big. He's got wings. He's got horns.
God,
He's got a
He
pitchfork.
got goat legs.
He's got goat legs. Yeah.
Right. Well, after I put the shield on Grigori, I'm going to whirl around and unleash a vicious bob at the big devil guy. I'm glad I have advantage from flanking.
You do. And that hits. And I'm just going to roll a wisdom. Okay, you don't get to do a vicious mockery on him this time, but you have done 11 damage to him. Which, you know, to be honest, that's a larger percentage of his hit pool. Was a
I
little
will
bit ago.
frown at my staff and say, "Come on, you can do better than that."
No, he can't. Let's see if the vicious mockery works.
Seriously, dude, after all the big up you gave, you're really letting things down, mate.
Hey,
that's
you
my
try
comment.
fighting this thing and coming up with a witty remark for a 5,000-foot tall giant winged monster. He's scary as shit. If I could shit myself, I would.
Speak for yourself. I took one down with one punch and an insult.
Yes, I think your paladin friend over there may have had a bit to do with that, you know.
Details. This is
What
team
do
effort
you
after
mean,
all.
One Punch? I summoned him up for you.
Okay.
Well,
Is that the end of your turn?
yeah, that is everything.
Okay. Grace. There is a tiny, tiny little bat next to you, or a big fucking monster through the cave that you're seeing, making a hell of a lot of din. What would you do?
Well, the obvious thing to do is to kill both.
That is indeed the obvious thing.
So I shall burn a second level spell slot to summon my sword. Let's burn that. There we go. And here's my sword, which I'm going to summon here.
Oh, by the way, you still have a sword on your person.
That's a torch. You know what? I'm going to drop that and wield my greatsword instead. Which I'm going to use to hit this imp for. I don't know whether that hits. It is pretty much minimum damage for me, though.
I
It
think you're
kills it.
rolling to GM.
It kills it.
That-
She did roll to GM, but it kills it. She rolled a lousy attack, but fortunately it's only got an AC of 13, and her 14 hit it, and she did 9 damage to something that only had 6 damage left.
Splat.
So
I did 9 damage with 2d6 plus 3, and the ability to reroll a 1 or a 2.
Splat.
I mean, it's dead, and dead is dead, but you should be ashamed of yourself.
You know, you're a bit hasty. Like, oh no, I don't have 2 hands. Let me drop this. Bang.
1,
Bonk.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to use my second swing on this demon. That looks better.
That looks a lot better.
And let's smite that up what is this? What is this?
Oh, none of them are ones.
Justin looks on and goes, "Oh, that's a cute little attempt at a smite. Oh,
I'm disappointed in myself.
That's like baby's first smite. Oh. So what have you done there? You've done, what is that, 18 damage?
17.
Yeah.
17 damage. 17 damage. Congratulations.
17. What? 18.
18.
What?
You get both of
18?
those?
Yeah, because that extra 1d8 is because it's a demon.
Ah, right.
Oh, ow! Oh, yeah, sorry. My bad.
And this sword's going to move up.
Wait a second.
And
Can't you roll that? Can't you re-roll that 1? From the
what?
range?
No,
No.
because it's not from my greatsword. It's not from my weapon attack.
It's
1,
only from the great sword that you can.
3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to take a swing at this demon.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It does nothing. You may as well have just wrapped a drumstick against the top of its helmet and gone ding.
What is wrong?
He barely notices it in his absolute fury at the fucking inhuman paladin that's charged in there and his bunch of friends that have followed in afterwards.
I've just come in and done the worst.
Yes. Yes, you have.
Let's forget this turn ever happened.
Indeed. That's cool, because it is time for an imp to have its go. Believe it or not, an imp has actually lasted long enough to actually take a swing,
For once.
and it is going to bite Garrow. Does 11
it's not.
hit?
Nope. It's like he tried to bite my arm, but instead clamped down on the metal bracelet and like broke a tooth. And I'm just looking down. It's like, what are you doing with your life?
Nibble. He just nibbles.
Okay, well that was fairly pathetic on the part of the imp, and
Pretty much.
Justin is going to have another go. I think he. How many smites have I done so far? I think he might be out smites. He is just going to whack it with his Holy Avenger. Bosh. Well, that appears to be
Dead?
28 damage
Ah.
on something that had
Not 20 damage health left?
It did have more than 28 damage, but it is now sort of absolutely a right blooded mess, and quite frankly, the imp has more hit points than it. Justin takes another swing. And just obliterates it.
F.
Cleaves its head straight from its body, and rolls right in front of you, Grace. There is a helmet with a pair of horns sticking out of it, and a devil's head in that helmet, looking back up at you, waving its mouth around, trying to say, "Roar, roar, fear me, I am roar," but he can't because he doesn't have any lungs to push words through his mouth anymore. The body just fountains blood everywhere, and it slumps down. Dead.
Wow. Looks like we missed a few.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't even get to do his aura thing. Oh, let me have a look at that aura again, because that... Can he just... No, he can't. Fuck it. You know what? He's going to run over here and stand opposite this imp and glare at it imposingly, just in case you guys need advantage on taking it. Theo, it's your go.
All right. Can I stand here?
I mean, it's a big lumpy mess of mashed up demon.
I'll stand here. I'll stand here. I'll just move around and sort of like yeah. And with my still in hand rapier. 1 second. Stripesably once per turn, you deal extra to creature with attack. You have advantage on the attack roll. You don't need if another you don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy is a target. Okay,
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, sneak attack.
Miss.
Miss.
I don't know how to say it any other way. You slash at it and somehow
I just try swatting at it like it's a fly.
Yeah.
It's just holding on for dear life at this point. That poor imp.
Is that the
At least you
entire of your
didn't
turn?
summon
Would you?
a magic.
That is the end of my well, yeah. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Chase, come on, dude. There's 2 whole imps in the room.
I
do
move to
your
over
thing.
here, and I try to hit that imp with my quarterstaff two-handedly.
Hit it.
17 hits.
Yes, it does. Quite resoundingly. And it does damage. He is hurt.
I bonk it on the head.
It is somewhat annoyed at being delivered 3 damage, yes. It sort of goes at you.
Ah, that
Bless.
sounds.
Menacing.
Shut up.
As much as an imp can be menacing. Would you like to do anything else this turn? Cast a big spell,
Nope.
maybe? No?
I am not giving you that. You can fuck off.
Okay.
What about the medium spell?
Yeah, go on. We haven't used the Barb Devil so far.
I am not giving you more ammunition to screw us over.
Come on. Easy. It'll be fun.
No.
No? Okay.
I already casted my action anyway, so screw you.
Throw a rat at it.
If that's the end of your turn, it is Garrow's go.
Well, Garrow is going to say, bad luck, Grace. And I'm sure, if you stick with it, you'll do better next time. And, he pats her reassuringly on the shoulder. And did that go through?
Putting creature you touch is imbued with bravery until the spell ends. The spell, huh? Creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to your spellcasting ability modifier at the start of its turn. What is your spellcasting ability modifier?
It is somewhere. Where am I meant to see that? Is that my
What
proficiency
stat do you
bonus?
roll off?
Oh, it's +3. It is +3.
+3. You've given Grace +3 hit points.
Yeah.
I will audibly groan at being patronized.
But also, she cannot feel any fear, so she's going to do something great and glorious, I'm sure, on her next turn. Anyway, meanwhile, I'm going to let Francois, insult the red thing over here.
Okay. That hits.
Damn it, they keep on coming, don't they?
It did 10 damage. And it just hey, you bat, you spider, what are you? You are not anything. And it just basically curls up in a ball and has to take a wisdom check from the shock of a talking stick speaking French at it and generally being annoying, and it completely fails. Roll a 1d4 for me.
That's in the description. It does 3 damage.
It's done 3 damage. You're right. You've killed it. It literally is so shocked at being abused by a talking stick, it dies with a shocked look on its face.
Happens to everyone sooner or later.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on this turn?
Nope. I am all done and dusted and finished.
Fine. In that case, it is Grace's turn.
Let's see if I can actually finish this off. Let's move this guy over here and take a swing.
That's more like
That's
it.
better.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive actually.
One might almost say heroic.
It is not in good shape, but you have dealt it a severe and quite catastrophic blow for an imp.
Think I've got enough movement for this. see, 1, 2. And let's throw my first swing on this guy. That
Yeah.
should kill him.
F.
It literally, he had 2 hit points left. Yes.
Oh, poor sod.
3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll swing at this guy. And smite him.
He.
I mean, oh.
I feel sorry for these imps.
Well, I mean, this is just imp abuse. Point. Yes.
I mean, that imp was literally 2 days from retirement.
This is yes. I was just having a nice game of Go with some friends down, doing a bit of torturing, and now this happens. Everybody.
Do they go back to that game of Go, or do they?
He basically gets to go back. Actually, it's an interesting life. They just sort of pop into existence in their realm, get abused rather heavily, and then bugger off back.
Okay, it would have been awful for him if he got teleported to just a random place in hell.
Oh wait, they teleport back?
You can't kill these creatures. They go back to the hell they came.
Ah, okay.
Right, combat over?
Combat is over.
Okay, I would like to pick up
everybody
the
roll me
pitchfork from the nearest guy and attach it to Francois and see if he turns into it.
Okay, everyone roll me a perception check first.
Okay. Uno momento, por favor.
Jace, you there, dude?
He has said be right back in chat.
Oh god.
I am back.
Oh, he's
Roll
back.
me a perception check, please.
Okay, let me roll a perception check.
You got 23 to beat.
Well, shit.
Okay.
He's
Theo-
still pointing. Yeah.
Theo, you notice by your feet a very small trinket box of some sort.
You mean the one that I'm standing next to?
Yes.
Okay.
It seems to draw your attention. Right, battle's over. You administer
how
healing.
small is it?
You know, yes. Garrow, you wanted to present a pitchfork to Francois. And he's, yes, do you think I am a gardening implement? Do you think I rule the seas? No, I am a quarterstaff, you silly man.
Look, how can you branch out and learn things, if you don't try? I'm sure you've got it.
Yes,
Give
tell
it a
the piece
go.
of wood to branch out. Yes, very funny. Your wit is incredible. Perhaps you should do comedy and stand-up.
Well, I would, but
do we actually hear this, or is it just Garrow talking to himself in a pretty quiet cave?
This is Garrow talking to
no,
himself.
Garrow's not talking quietly.
And just it is.
Well,
just
I would,
looking,
but they were left pretty stumped.
Oh my god, this is unbelievable. You are the funniest man I have met in 100 years. I mean, you are the only man I have met in feels like 100 years or so. So that is something, I guess.
Look, if we give it a go, I'm sure we can get to the root of your transformation problems.
Yes.
Are you talking to CD?
No, you can see he's basically holding the staff out at arm's length and talking to the top of it as if it had a face on it.
Oh no, he's actually retarded.
You know this staff can talk. You've heard it talk back.
Oh. Did I?
Yeah. The end of last episode.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You'd gone to bed, but CD had taken the staff to identify it, and the staff took umbrage at that and kind of just yelled at the whole party.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Theo, take some hit points. I mean, it's kind of irrelevant, but take some hit points. Justin is going to
Oh.
put his hands on you, and you are going to feel radiant heat and warmth, and generally feel very, very good about the fact that the holes in you seem to be healing up quite nicely.
How many hit points is it? 5?
Yes. Oh, hold on. The total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5. Restore a total number of hit points equal to your paladin level times 5.
It doesn't have to be in one go. It can just be his maximum hit point value.
Yeah, you are fully healed, mate. You feel the literally incredible. This warmth flows through you, and you look up, and he's just glowing as he does this, and you, yeah. Unless you've got, how many hit points have you got?
I had 16. Now I have 46.
Yeah, you can do that. No problem at all.
Just inside it is a Reiki master.
And then some.
If I knew how to cross myself, I would cross myself.
I am carrying a handful of religious baubles and cross and stuff if you want one.
Yeah, no. You know the gesture.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I don't think we saw that gesture yet. So, hey, where are you going? Thanks, by the way.
No problem. The work is done. And he's just gonna wander off. As he's wandering off, you notice his wounds seem to be, but only just. You're just like, I'm sure he'd taken more damage than.
As he wanders off, I'm just going to call out one second, Justin. Just a quick, because I have a quick question for him. Does he stop, or does he keep?
He turns.
Just wondering, like, what? How did you know these demons were here from all the way across the other side of the cave?
I could sense them. I can sense evil. No, if you're.
Oh, well, are you going to hang around? I mean, or are you just heading off outside the cave to your own place? I ain't that kind of rude.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
Right, well, I have something more important to do.
If you must know, I have bodies to bury.
Fair point.
Well, can I help you with that? You know, a man deserves a respectful burial.
No.
It'd be ungentlemanly for me not to.
I must do this myself.
Well, at the very least, can I at least stand watch in case any more of those foul beasts turn up? I'll keep my back if that is the tradition.
It is unnecessary. Your friends.
Garo perhaps has to leave him alone.
Garo's quite pleased at that. He's going to accept that. You know, he crosses his arms, looks quite pleased, looks at each of you in turn. It's like, yeah, I'm needed. My watchful eye looks after you. Doesn't say that, but you see it on his face.
Perhaps we should leave this place before the smell of the walls starts to soak into our clothes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. However, I do want to check whatever is at my feet right now. So, so could you describe that little box again?
It is what looks like a jewelry box. Perhaps is the best way of describing it.
Oh ho ho! Haha! Oh, good thing I just got healed up by a paladin.
This sounds familiar.
Yeah, this sounds familiar. I'm not falling for this one again.
Might I suggest you pick it up and we open it when we're outside the cave?
That is a good. I'll carefully pick it up. Hopefully, not activating some weird mechanism that releases a giant ball that we need to escape from before being crushed by it.
So you're just pick up the jewelry case. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Put jewelry box in your inventory.
So guys, let's go find Madame Ginny, whatever her name was. It strikes me we kind of left her in the dark there without a light source. It's most uncouth of all of us, but let's go find her and escort her out of this cave.
She was near the campfire. I'm sure she could see just fine.
Was she?
Yeah, let's go.
Anyway, it's on the way, I'm sure. Unless anyone wants to check the top bit there in that opening where the wolves went, so I suggest we just head out the cave.
Yeah, let's just get back.
You're just heading out of the cave. Cool.
I mean, is there any passages of note that we'll see on the way that might look like they're worth exploring?
Okay, well, fuck it. Let's just go check upstairs, up here. If there's anything
Upstairs?
not upstairs.
The scared, growly wolves.
Okay, let's go.
They snarl at you, but they do not look like they want to fight. They look like they want to be left alone.
Yeah, I understand.
Bears and wolves in the same cave. Is that normal, CD? You're a nature guy.
Yeah.
You said you wanted some spiders. Maybe these
nice.
wolves would be.
No. It specifically needs to be spiders.
Not enough legs.
What do you need spiders for?
Maybe if you tied two wolves together, that would be a spider.
But I'm sort of curious while we're here. The only other place
Have you
is
noticed anything?
In the south, next to the little campfire thing. Is there something
What are you saying,
here?
Trig?
Nothing. Yeah, nothing. No, you carry on. You want to look down at the
do we
bottom?
notice that the big chest is missing? Or
I
is
don't
that
know.
just you cleaning up the map?
Do you? Roll perception.
Well, I will roll perception, but I don't have dark vision like some people.
Yeah, Gareth, you notice that
Another natural one.
That neither Jenny nor the box is there.
Okay, can I see like any markings like it's been dragged anywhere because it was a heavy box? No, it's just gone.
Gone.
I let my party know that what's happened. They can decide if they think that's weird.
Oh. Well,
right.
She did look a bit. What's the word for it? Suspecting.
This wall here is a bit damp.
Damp?
Can I roll nature to see anything suspicious about this one?
You are absolutely welcome to
Yes.
You suspect there may be a natural spring nearby.
Ooh.
Do I suspect there's any magic involved in this wet wall?
You always suspect there is magic everywhere. Particularly on unusual things. And there is a wall that is damp. But it's just a natural spring.
Nice. Okay.
Shits and giggles. Chase, do a good old roll for perception or nature or whatever you think would be appropriate to finding spiders. Yes, you find a really particularly nasty and creepy looking spider. It's got to be about 1.5 inches long. It scuttles off. Do you want to chase it?
Yes. Animal handling. Should I roll it?
Sure. Yep, okay.
Do I get the spider?
You get the spider. Congratulations, you have a spider in a jar. Whatever way you want to hold onto it. Be in your hands for all I can.
Now I just need 2 more of these and I'm all set.
Why do you need spiders
what is this with you and spiders today?
Well, I know of a... Okay. You know how effective I am when I'm a giant spider?
If you say so.
I mean...
How much more potentially effective I would be when I am a spider.
Well, I mean, if you're on about what goes on...
definitely have...
If you're on about what goes on between you and Gunnar, that should be kept to yourselves.
Yes.
Preferably.
Yes, indeed. I
and
know
not
you've
involve
done
us.
some interesting things with Tar and your own party members, but do go on.
Look. Basically put, I can summon 3 more of these spider creations at will. I just need some spiders, and we're all set.
Oh, is this like one of those druidic magic spells of yours?
Yes.
That
Oh,
does
you'll have
seem
to
very
show me it
useful, actually.
sometime.
Perhaps the rest of us can use them as mounts to ride into battle.
They do obey
Or
my
climb
commands.
up things.
I mean, wouldn't Ambrosius be a bit offended if you did that, Grace?
Oh goodness, I'm taking Ambrosia's, of course, but there's 3 of you, are there not?
Well, we can give it a go, I suppose. I mean, everything
And
can
of course,
once, as they
CD
say.
himself wouldn't count
Herb-
because he could turn into one. So, yeah, that sounds like we have a few mounts, albeit spider remounts. That is an ingenious idea. I did not expect that.
I'd like to have
Yep.
a quick look around this big room before we leave. Is there anything of
Sure.
note?
Take as long as you like. Do you have any sort of
Right.
light source or anything like that?
Yes,
There's
Grace has a torch.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll happily offer this torch over to Garrett. If you can make the Grace Blade here usable by everyone, then someone can carry it.
Well, look, I've rolled a natural 20 perception just
It
to
is-
see if
it
there's anything
is-
interesting in this room.
It is a wide, spacious cavern in a cave. There is some more dampness running down the wall. Oddly, or not surprisingly, on the same side as
On
here
this side.
and here, yeah. But
Aye.
other than that, it seems to be pretty empty. You notice that
Oh, that's a shame.
there is a rock or two over here, but they look like normal rocks.
Okay.
That's a shame. You know, we've been to several rooms in this cave and gotten interesting boxes. This one's quite a
CD.
letdown. Bad showroom. Bad show.
CD, so that's a lot of knives. I mean, swords. It just looks like you're teleporting them in and just pointing them to be shot at somebody.
I was going to say, now throw them in
Yeah.
in somebody against the wall with them.
So, CD, what did you say that that dampness was? It could be.
It was a
spring
natural
in here?
spring in here.
Okay, I'm gonna. It was on the same side as the other one, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Just for fun, I'm just gonna try to cut into the wall with my elven knife.
With your knife that we got chased around by the wraith
Yes.
thing for. Okay.
The thing that can cut through everything. The only
Yeah.
thing that it has feels resistance to is magic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna use it to just Minecraft my way through through this wall.
Okay. Okay. You. For you.
Guys, I think Grigori's lost it. He's attacking the wall.
You literally can chisel a space away to walk into if you so desire with that thing.
Not to walk into. It's just I just want to cut like a block out to see. Hey, is there any more dampness or anything?
Yes, it is damp in the rock itself, which is actually, you know what? You're chiseling away at some fairly sturdy old granite there. With that nice knife. That's terrifying. If anyone who didn't know what that knife was capable of doing was around, they might be quite surprised at that.
Did we know about this knife's capabilities?
Yes.
Did a demonstration in front of
Oh yes,
Zangard.
he cut an
Zangard.
anvil in half, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. I broke a unbreakable unbreakable hammer.
Did.
I'm just done. Okay, neat.
Neat.
That's
Neat, he
just
says.
yeah. I'm just gonna look to see the. So do you know if these springs are up above this cave, or if it's just a thing?
They seem to be trickling. Water seems to be trickling down. In general,
Yep.
following gravity and the way that whole thing works.
Yeah.
So you would say that they're above, right?
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't mind a spring or something. I don't think we had a good bath or anything apart from the pillow that one of us carries. Hopefully.
Well, I could summon up a lot of water for a bath, but we'd have to contend with the demons.
You can summon water, but that's not spring. That's not a spring. Don't.
Joey,
Yes,
what is it you're
fine.
actually trying to do here? I mean, you've made a hole in the wall, and now you're looking into it.
I'm not just wanting to see if there was some water, and there is a lot of water, and I believe that we have some nice spring water above us. I would like spring
Okay.
water.
So
The
drink
only
then, I
thing we've
guess.
been doing is fighting, watching people be turned into literal red paste and mist, and I would just like a bath.
Well, right here, right now.
I mean, after we've been fighting demons, don't you think like having a rest or something and a nice bath?
You
would
are
be-
somewhat covered in demon blood at the present moment, but this is literally a small trickle of water down a rock face. There
Yeah,
is no
I
way
mean
of-
not here right now. I
Okay.
mean like if it's here, we could probably find a source of it up
Boy,
above the cave or somewhere.
might I suggest where what? Yeah, a few hours journey away from this town of Brest. I'm
Well,
sure
no,
there's going to be a tavern there that you
what-
can have a bath in.
Was it only a few hours?
yes, you are fairly close to Brett. These are
Oh,
caves next to.
And I'm sure you'd rather have a bath in a clean bathtub rather than a dusty old cave, even if it is spring water.
it's not in the cave that I want. Fine, whatever. If it's only a few
Well, if it's
hours.
not the cave, surely you'd enjoy, the trappings of grandeur that whatever this town Brest can offer.
The town Brest offers.
Brest has many comforts. I'm sure you will enjoy.
I'm going to ask. I'm going to
many,
ask Francois if he's ever been to Brest.
Have I ever been to Brest? Yes, I have many times spent a long time nuzzled up in between Brest and various other places.
Oh, excellent.
And
Well,
Brest
could you
is
tell
one
us
of
what
my
would you?
three
what would you-
favorite places in the entire anatomy. I mean, France.
Grand. Is he
Well, that's
announcing
in
this, or is this
fact,
just to me?
He's saying that out loud. You've asked the question, and yes.
So I will ask him,
as in
could you
everyone
recommend
can
us,
hear it, or
a
what?
good place
Yes,
to visit while
you
we're
guys can
staying
hear
there?
I can recommend a number of places. You have to realize it has been a very long time since I was at Brest. It was many years ago. Things may have changed, or at least it feels like many years. It feels like it was several fucking hundred years. I've been sitting in this goddamn cave, and then the rabbi wanders in and goes, "Oh, my gold! Oh, look at this!" And then wanders back out, and nothing for me, nothing for Francois, just sitting in a cave in this damn fucking hole for years, it
Oh, then.
seems, forever.
Well then, we'll let you be our guide as best you can, and
As Brest you
even
can.
if the places aren't there, I'm sure the customs still are.
As
Okay.
Brest you can.
Okay. Besides, you have that girl with the Jenny lass. Maybe she knows.
Ah,
Where is she? In fact?
fine idea. Let's go find her, and with that, I'm
Yeah,
just
we
gonna
should probably get
wander
out of
off.
the cave anyways.
Come on,
Speaking of
guys,
Brest,
let's
that was
go.
a hell of a pair on that one. You're making your way out.
You know.
Yeah, I'm carrying the torch, so they can either stay in the dark and have a bath in the cave, or they can follow me out.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go past where Justin supposedly is and say, we'll be waiting outside.
Do you see him in there?
Do not see Justin.
All right, so we're at the mouth of the cave now, unless something else is going to happen.
Nothing is going to happen. In fact, generally, sort of, you'll make your way out there. Jenny is standing actually at the mouth of the cave, enjoying the sunshine.
Oh, Lady Jenny, I see you've found your way out of this filthy cave.
Yeah, it was no problem. She's happy to be out of the cave. She's basically talking to her horse. Oh, you've made it out okay. What was all that? I heard a huge din. Hope you didn't have too much trouble, etc., etc.
Oh no trouble, no trouble at all. I think we had it well in hand, didn't we, Grace?
Oh, certain.
It definitely
Ow.
could have been way worse. I think we came out.
I don't know about you guys,
Quite
but
well.
all that combat has worked up a bit of an appetite. What say you? We make our way to Brest and purvey ourselves of the local food and cuisine.
Did Justin already go past us or not yet?
Somebody just roll around a perception check. See if anyone's noticed this. Okay. Theo, you've noticed that there were no more bodies of any of the Inquisition in Justin is nowhere. Somehow, in the time it took him to walk off from you, and you follow behind a few minutes later, he seems to have carried all of the bodies out of the cave and is nowhere. He's a strong lad.
Oh, Lady Jenny, you didn't happen to see that old paladin fella while you were waiting out here, did you?
Try and do a die impression and fail, so I'm not going to bother. Yes, I saw him. He came past me, dragging what looked like 4 bodies, 2 in each hand, by the legs out. He's made his way up to the top of the hill. Said something about giving proper burial, and then he ran back down and dragged a few more out. That boy's fast. That's all I can say. And strong. 4 full-grown men in armor, and he was just dragging them 2 at a time in each hand. I tell you.
Do I think this story is odd in any way? Like, does this seem natural for paladins to me?
It is odd, certainly, but you also know that there are no bodies in the cave, or you've.
Yeah, I'm not thinking she's making it up, but him just running around super fast, carrying like 4 or 5 paladins in full armor.
There wasn't 4 or 5 paladins. There was 1 paladin. There was 1 cleric, and there was a bunch of soldiers, a couple of soldiers and a couple of archers. There's only a soldier.
Okay, but
It was like 8.
Yeah, carrying 8 people in their various armor and stuff, still, that's weird for a paladin, yes?
It's certainly strong. He's somewhat determined. He had a very grim look on his face. Said something about going, not wanting to.
Alright, well, guys, do we wait for him to come back, or go check him, or do we just head off without him? I mean, you're cool, guys.
Yeah, let's wait for him. It's probably for the best.
Well, in which
Yeah,
case, why
although-
don't we have a look at that box of yours?
Yeah, that's a good one. What are you smiting, Kiki?
What do you say?
Sorry, I just learned how to make drop-down boxes for
Oh.
macros.
You want to open the box, do you?
I'm gonna check it. Does it do I notice anything magical about it first?
The box is a very nice little jewelry box. It does have a lock on it, not one I would suggest is seriously strong, but it is locked.
Try lockpicking it.
I'm gonna.
Oh,
I-
if
do
you'd
I-
like,
do I
you
notice
cast knock
anything
on
with
it.
this Arcana roll?
An Arcana roll. Okay, it
Do I
is.
notice anything magical about it?
There might be. I mean, you're not got advantage, do you?
Can
No,
I
I
help
don't.
him to give him advantage?
You can if you like. Yeah, you feel that there's something in this box that may have power. It seems you have mixed feelings about it, though. It's a bit good, it's a bit bad, you're not sure which. Maybe
I
it's a bit
do
of
not
both.
want to. I do not want to open a Pandora's box.
Okay, come on. Let's not be afraid. I grab it off him, and I will cast knock on the box, the wizard spell to unlock things.
I would like to use my divine sense to interpret whether or not this box contains evil.
There is no evil in this box. But there is something not quite right about it. There is definitely magic. Are you sure you want to cast knock?
Yes,
gonna
I have
step
cast
aside
knock.
for
I
now.
have made the roll already.
Okay,
I'm
you
gonna
cast
step
knock,
away
an
from
imp
him.
appears, you guys smack the crap out of the imp. Okay.
No, Trig. Garrow casting knock is he punched it.
Okay.
He tried to rip it
Right.
open.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, okay. It doesn't have much armor. You do 10 damage. You shatter the box.
I just ripped the
You
hinges
shatter
off it.
a poor little wooden box to pieces. Done 10 damage to it.
Damn, I was just trying to open it.
And out falls what looks like a necklace of some sort. Are you all surrounding this? And are you all looking around at this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go to pick up the necklace. Unless anyone else wants to.
on.
I mean, I would like to see it, but
I'll hold out for you to examine.
Hold on. Have you picked it up? You've picked up the necklace.
I have reached out to pick it up. Unless anyone stops me, I will pick it up.
yeah, no, pick it up.
Okay.
All right?
Pick it up. Let's see what happens.
Right. I need you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
You get +2
my
for next to me.
specialty. So I've rolled a 17.
Pass. This
I am the
amulet
smart.
is, as far as you're concerned, kind of repulsive looking, and
Okay.
you wouldn't be seen dead in it.
I am holding it out by the chain, letting the amulet dangle. I assume it's got a chain on it, for everyone to be able to see it. And
Would
I suppose it's kind of
anybody-
like rotating on the chain.
Yes. Would anybody else like to take hold of it?
Can CD identify it?
Sure. CD, you grab hold of it.
All right. I ask him to hand it to me.
And
Very
if I
well.
can, I would like to help him.
Okay.
Well, help me hand it to him. I think I can manage to do it on my own.
On holding it, you need to roll an intelligence saving throw.
I'll do it.
Okay, you pass. You also think this is absolutely hideous looking amulet. CD, are you taking it?
Against my better judgment, I'm taking it.
An intelligence saving throw. You also pass. You also think it's pretty freaking hideous. Would you like to roll identify on it?
Do I even have that spell?
I thought you did.
That you're able to.
Let me just check the druid spell list. I don't have identify.
Fine, you roll Arcana.
Roll Arcana. Somebody roll Arcana.
And I will assist.
Okay.
Oh, it's better than what he rolled.
Theo,
Shut up.
you recognise that there is something about this that is a definite positive. It doesn't look like a normal one, but it has the same feel as an amulet of health. But there's something wrong with it. There's something definitely right about it. It's hideous.
Perhaps we should give it to our local paladin to cleanse it.
I would prefer giving it to Gunnar, but I have no idea where he went off to.
Oh, yeah, dwarves, sometimes they get a bit caught up in their own little projects.
Are you aware of what an amulet of health?
Nope.
No. Oh. Aha.
Oh, well.
Kiki, you're muted at the moment.
I already have my bead of vitality.
You know what? I'm for now, I guess I'll just hold it until we see Gunnar.
If I were to step aside not being GM and metagame, it is something that either you or CD, either Theo or CD should be looking at as a potential boost.
All I'll say is if it does boost Constitution, that does make my all my abilities a bit bigger, but you guys probably need more health than me. Plus, I have already got a fancy new toy.
If only I had this before rolling my health.
I don't think it takes into account any magical items when rolling for health.
I don't know, does it?
No.
Pretty sure equipping a Constitution bonus does affect your health.
Take it off that health, but
You take it. I already have an item that boosts my wisdom.
Okay. I'll just...
Well, what say you, Grace? Do you think you can cleanse whatever's wrong with this item before Grigori puts it on?
I'm not the
Some sort of
best
holy
with
ritual?
cleansing. The last time I took something to be cleansed, it caused some hassle for the church I took it to.
Yeah, maybe it's not
Really?
the best thing to do that.
It seemed like you got rid of that black echo, right?
Is either of you going to put this thing on?
I'm gonna put it on.
Okay, I am going to DM you this thing because once you put it on, you know what? Your mind changes. This isn't ugly. This is fantastic. You know, it's kind of grown on you. This thing is absolutely. You are so proud of this amulet. You think it's fantastic. You are going to wear it on top of your clothes for everyone to see. Because this is something you are proud of.
Is that even with me doing the intelligence save?
Oh yeah. Once you put it on, become very proud of this. Now, I'm going to put up on the stream what this thing looks like. Give me a second.
Oh fuck.
Just so that everyone can see if they're watching. And also, I'm going to send a copy of the picture. So I'm going to put it into the chat. That should be it. People will be able to see what you have just put on and what you are so incredibly proud of that you will now wander around willingly showing to people as the item that you are now wearing around your neck. Congratulations.
Wait. I would have liked to known that before.
That's a shame. It's got a curse
Yeah.
on it.
I just oh, that's beautiful.
You know
Like
what?
I said,
Gao's
everybody
going to
else went,
compliment the look.
dear God, that's hideous.
Gao's going to compliment your look, not because he genuinely thinks it makes you look better, but he doesn't think you'll ever understand elven fashion and these elven girls, you know.
Theo, put your constitution
He's
up
just
to
being
18
nice.
until you've removed it.
Holy shit!
18.
18.
Okay. Let me just write in my bio.
Have the
Oh boy. I have some regrets.
No, you don't. You think this is the best thing you've ever done?
do you
No.
think Theo thinks that he has got a highly stylish and fashionable amulet. Everybody else, by the way, is going to look at it and go, "Dear God, what are you wearing?" In fact, they
No,
are
you don't.
almost comparative.
I'm gonna
the
nudge
item's description.
CD to one side and say, do you understand elven fashion? Because I really don't get it.
What are you guys on about? The thing is pretty.
Yes, no. It looks wonderful. It definitely complements your overall look. You know, it completes the ensemble.
I put a hand on Garo's shoulder and just say, I think it's better if we don't understand.
You know what? I think that might be the wisest thing you've ever said.
You know, I think you guys are just jealous.
Indeed, we are.
Should have given stealth. Made stealth a disadvantage.
I wonder, does it give disadvantage to charisma checks?
You know what? No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Simply because I have known many people with good charisma wear some very, very, very gaudy, hideous outfits and get away with it because of their charisma. You might even find it as a boon, because this is going to attract people all across. Anyone that lays their eyes on it is probably going to come over and comment on it. If you can pull off if you can pull it off, this is going to be a bonus to many interactions. But people are going to look at you at first and go, "Dear God, what is he wearing around his neck?" In fact, that might be the way people introduce themselves to you in the future. "Dear God, what is that you are wearing around your neck?" is going to basically be.
Oh, you wouldn't believe the story of how I got this.
Mm-hmm.
But should I retroactively change my hit points?
That's a good question. I'm forward, certainly.
I think it should be retroactive because that's how Constitution works at other times.
I think it. Kiki, you're big D&D.
What is your old constitution, Theo?
0.
Okay, and you are level 7, yeah?
Yes.
So you've gone up by +4. So multiply 4 by 7, which is 14, 28. You get 28 extra hit points.
How much do you have?
Me?
That
Theo's
puts
just
me on
doubled his hit
47
points.
hit points. 74 hit points.
I have 106.
Okay.
And every time you level up, you'll get an extra 4 hit points.
Well then.
Right. So you have a rather well out this cave here. Actually, and so is Garrow. Garrow, that stick is really valuable.
DM, look, I think Russell will be quite offended that you refer to him as an it. You need to respect his pronouns.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so are you guys going to head on towards Brest, or you're waiting for Justin, aren't you?
Yeah, we're waiting for Justin. Also,
Okay.
I have to go off of my computer.
Fair enough.
I'll be switching to my mobile.
How long would you like to wait?
I mean, we've been told that Justin's already left, haven't we?
Justin has
He's
been. You've
taking
been
care
told
of business, isn't he?
Justin is burying his fallen comrades, and he has taken them to the top of the.
We know that he's travelling to Brest as well. We could just meet him there.
We could, but he did ask to travel with us because traveling the roads is dangerous.
I think he's
Might
more
I
concerned
suggest?
about us than we are with him.
Might I suggest, guys, because I need to feed the cat that's pestering me, that we take a 5-minute break?
Fair enough. Fair enough. We will do a time skip in that case. Take a 5-minute break or so. I might grab something to, if anyone wants to grab something to. Okay, we'll do that now.
Okay.
And when we get back, we'll get back, and a couple of hours will have passed. Let's get to that.
Trig, there is something I will want to do when we get back that can happen on the road, if that's
Sure.
okay.
Sure. I mean,
Okay,
like I said, some time will have passed. So if you want to sort of retrospectively sort of fill that time with whatever you're doing or whatever, we can certainly talk about that. Just going to go down to the kitchen. And...
Okay, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Cool.
I've been learning some really cool Roll20 macros.
Don't know how many people are there, babes. Well, Theo's gone quiet for a bit.
So this one, Theo. If I do this, it gives me a drop down, and I can select how much damage my smite does based on what level I'm casting it at and whether or not there's a demon. And apparently, I can nest those inside each other, so that I can cast them. So that I can like nest it within my greatsword ability, and just drop it down and click it whenever my my smite goes off. Build them all into one button. Yes, apparently you can like draw up custom tables and stuff and reference them with lookup commands in macros.
I am back. Is anyone else here?
Kinda.
I have my headset on. I can respond when I am cooking, so there's cooking sounds if I talk. I will only
Alright,
be 5 minutes. It's just boiling an egg.
What are you cooking?
Some
Ah.
ramen. Kind of. Kind of
Okay,
thing.
Naruto.
No fish cakes.
Heh.
So how was the first half? Did that go well? Everyone, was that fun? Seemed like fun.
It was good, yeah.
I felt like Justin is a significantly mighty warrior and needed a chance to actually flex. And he got that there. I can't believe he's a legitimately rolled character and not at all fucking fudged. It breaks me how good he is. I'm just like, oh, I want him as a real character now. Although he is actually almost too broken. How do you have fun with a character that's just like 18s and 16s everywhere?
No, he's not a bad character, and paladins are strong, but he also has some really good equipment.
You have no idea how good his equipment is.
Well, at least I know how good his sword is.
Yeah. The church, so to speak, has kitted him out well.
I'll tell you what. While you're making your ramen, I'll just let you know what I intended to do on the travel.
Yes, please do.
Garrow is if you remember, he has wood carving tools, so
Yes.
he's going he's going to see. He'll ask first because it would be rude not to. But he's going to ask Francois if he may basically carve a face on the head of the staff so he can actually talk to a face when he's talking to him. At least when he's in oak staff form.
I can tell you now, in fact, if you like, you can roleplay it out. I tell you what, sweet man, this is a good idea. Why don't you carve a face in your other staff? And then I can copy it because, well, I can look like whatever I want as long as it is a quarterstaff, you know.
That's not a bad idea, actually. Garrow's still curious, though, what would happen if he carved it in Francois without carving it in the original.
Well, because he can take the form of anyone he wants to, he would carve it in, but he could change it. Well,
So, oh, really? So he can choose to get rid of the carving whenever he feels like.
Exactly. Like you said, when you asked if he wants to look like a monkey staff or whatever, as long as it's a quarter staff, yes, he can basically take its form.
Let me do a roll if I do this right. Nope. Garrett's going to say something stupid now. If you can get rid of the carving at will, does it mean you can add them at will?
Well, yes, as long as I have seen it before, I can change into it. This is my lot in life. I have the minor tricks, you know.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Hey, well, that is interesting. So I'm going to pick up like a branch on the ground, just roughly quarter staff size, and just say, so you can turn into this one then.
And you look over, and he already looks like it.
Okay, I will throw away the original one, so it's out of sight, and say, all right, so can you turn into it still, even though you can't see it anymore?
But of course, I have seen it before. You think I have no memory? I have memory of being in a black cave for fucking forever, and people counting gold around me, and generally that is it. The cave, the spiders, the rat, occasionally the bear and the wolf, and then of course I have some gold, let me count my gold, etc. noises. But no, nothing for Francois. Everything is about the gold and the this and the that, and no, I get nothing. Bored out of my mind, I tell you.
Did the rabbit people that came by with their gold, did they ever carry any staffs or quarter staffs or anything like that?
Not that I saw. Maybe no, actually, maybe one a long time ago. I had a shepherd's crook kind of thing. It was long. It had the hook on the end of it, but I paid it no attention. It looked like a shepherd, you know. That was not exactly special. No, show me a staff with gold and all manner of fancy stuff. That will be interesting.
I'll do my best.
A guy likes to dress up once in a while, you know? Attract the nice lady sticks with a bit of, a je ne sais quoi. What am I talking about? All I am is wood these days. I am so horny. God damn it, I haven't seen a woman in years. Hey, Jenny! I don't suppose you can show me a bit of leg, can you? It's been so long.
I think Darrow is feeling like gingerly putting down the stick for the time being until it calms down.
Very wise.
Is Theo here?
Theo is sort of here.
Or is Theo in silent mode now?
Theo is extra stealthy Theo.
Ah, must be all that moss from the cave.
Indeed. I was kind of hoping Chase would put that that necklace on, but I have to admit, then everyone would have had something nice recently. But it is what it is. These noodles look a bit weird.
Check your DMs when you get back to your computer, Trig.
Yeah, Theo. Stick. We'll have to come up with something nice and
You didn't
shiny
get
for Chase.
everything. I mean, there were golden bars.
There were gold bars.
And you know what you can do with gold bars?
Almost anything you like. Because you've got money,
Well,
no one's
besides
going to tell you
counting
to.
them, you can buy cool things.
You can, which is where we're getting to next. Is town. Town has interesting stuff.
Yes, we have to meet that general. What was his name again?
Oh,
Was it like Marcus Stores or something?
General Stores, yes. General Marcus Spencer Stores.
Hey, see you there.
I'm here. I just can't speak a lot right now.
Right.
Kiki, be careful. Recursion is dangerous.
No, this is pretty cool. I can auto calculate the values and have them separated as well in case of damage vulnerabilities or resistances. It's brilliant.
Right. Wrong way served. Right, thank God the battle's over. Right, so is everyone back now? Oh, I don't have
Yep.
the DMs. Give me a second. Right. Okay. So let's pick it back up. It has been a couple of hours. Sun is now way past midday, and Jenny is going. Look, guys, I've got to get into town. I have a show to put on in a couple of days' time, and I need to get in and Got a few things sorted out. In fact, I'm hoping you guys might be able to help me with a few things, but we really need to get a move on. Why don't someone go and see where Justin is, something, and if not, I'm going to head on down to Brest. It's only 2 hours away, but if we don't get there soon, it's going to be evening, and stores are going to be shutting, and so on.
Well, unless anyone else goes, I will go fetch our errant paladin.
Okay.
Yes,
you're going to wander up to the top of the hill then?
Yep. Just casually. I'm
Up
not
the
trying to
hill.
be sneaky or anything.
Find 8 perfectly dug graves. On each gravestone, or each grave, there is a wooden cross. Each inscribed died in God's service. And there's some of the phrases in Latin. There is no sign of
I
Justin.
can't read that language, so
There's words.
I don't read Latin. I don't read this Bible thumping stuff. Anyway, is Justin somewhere to be seen? Is he like on his knees praying or whatever?
He's nowhere.
Okay. Would it be a nature roll to see if I can find his footprints? See which way he went?
Sure.
Was that perception?
Yep, sure. Or whatever you like. Whatever you think would be the most beneficial. You have no freaking.
Okay,
As you can tell, he
I'll
vanished into
wander around
thin
the
air.
area and I'll call out his name a couple times. If I get no answer, I'll return to the group.
Get no answer.
All right, I'll return to the group. So, guys, funny thing, seems like he's done all his paladin-y work, buried his lads and all that, but he seems to have scarpered.
Perhaps he had other business to attend to.
I suppose, but he did say he wanted to go with us all the way to town. I know. What would you guys say? Do we give him a few more minutes, or do we head on out ourselves?
I'm sure we'll bump into him. We should head to town. We have things to do.
He does seem capable of looking after himself, and don't know about you, I'm feeling a bit hungry after all this combat. Yes, indeed, Grigory. Yes, let's meet him there. So, Lady Jenny, could you lead us on the way? This way, that way? Which way is the town from here?
She says, "Yes, I know the way. It's not far from here. The path is just down there, and it's actually."
Okay.
Off you travel.
As we set out, I would like to do one perception roll. Do I see any spiders that I can point out to CD?
With the perception of 7, yes, you can. Point at a wasp.
Look over there, one of those rare flying spiders. I'm sure that one would definitely help you boost your little army if you could catch it. Look, it's flying away.
I mean, I do need. If I get 5 wasps, I could transform them as well. Nah, spiders are a lot stronger.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Mouthful of spicy noodles.
Congrats.
Perhaps you'll be able to buy some spiders in town, CD.
What is Theo rolling? So if Theo's saying something, please tell me, because I
He
have
is
two,
typing.
I have 2 monitors.
He's looking for spiders and he rolled a 15.
As you're walking down the road, you're actually looking for spiders actively. Find at least 1 spider. Look, picking up a rock here and there, etc. You'll find a spider.
Yay. Should I roll or should I just say we find a 1 spider extra?
So you found 1 spider extra.
Okay.
How many spiders do you need to do this thing?
I need 3. I currently have 2.
I guarantee you by midnight tonight you will have looked up in a corner of a room and found another spider. There's fucking spiders everywhere. It's the middle of summer. Yeah, no shortage of.
Oh, unless we encounter any more caves on the way to town, shall we jump to the front gate?
Should jump to the front gate. In fact, you will find I have put up for you a map of Brest that I actually dug up as an actual. I mean, I think it's this is the 16th century port of Brest, but this is an accurate port of Brest map.
Oh, which side are we coming in from?
Well, the bottom south end there is actually water. So you would be coming in at the top end, be somewhere over. And in front of you is a heavily fortified port town. There's seen some battle, and you see a white flag with a red cross in it flying from the ramparts, battlement, and you see an awful lot of troop activity, marching around up and down the roads, etc. It is well and truly in British hands. As it should be.
Well, let's head. Unless there's any commotion that would make us stop, let's head to the gate. I've put my guy's tile down so to represent the whole party on this map. If that's okay with everyone.
Oh,
That'll do.
Right. So where is the front gate or any gate of note?
follow that road down. You will find that there is a gate either over here. Oh no, sorry, that's a river.
That's water.
There's a river. There's a gate here.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go through these little peasant village area and approach the gate. What is at the gate? Guards?
Bunch of English
colours? Anything?
Yep. They're dressed in red. They are armed with standard sword and shield kind of affair. And you go, oh, who goes there?
I go to tip my hat at them, and then realise I'm still not wearing it because Theo got me to take it off. So I say, 1 second. I pull my hat out, put it on my head so that I can tip my hat to them.
We're simple travelers. We're looking to stay the night in the town.
Hello, is that Miss Jenny? Oh, Jenny! What? So you brought a troop in town with you, have you? Jenny waves at them and does the usual. Yes, boys. Yeah, well, I'm here to do another show. I know I was only here a couple of weeks ago, but I'm back. Can we go on in?
We're travelling with Lady Jenny. I'll make sure she gets to town safe. After all, she's a famous singer and all that.
Indeed. Right, you are. Anyone that's a friend of Miss Jenny's is a friend of ours. In you go, you lot. I'm assuming you're going to put on a show for us later. Jenny waves and says, "A day's time."
Marvelous.
We are likely to be here for a while. Can you recommend any stores or perhaps a good tavern?
First?
Any stores? Well, there's the general, of course. He's in charge of all the army's equipment and kit and so on. He'll also sell to other people as well. Nothing like raising a bit of extra gold for the fight. He's down towards the river. Can't miss him. Ask anyone as you get nearer. They'll point you in the general direction. For the record, that there, H, if you will, is where General Stores has set up his set up shop, so to speak. Get yourself checked in with the General, and they'll point you out to where you can go. If you're looking for a place to bunk, there's a couple of taverns, but basically everything's a bit filled up with us the soldiers at the moment. There's a war going on, don't you know?
Yes, some people have mentioned it. Speaking of, we probably should go over this General Sol's character. I think we had a message from him, didn't we, guys?
Oh no, you
Indeed, we
don't
did.
mention it. Your messengers. You got a message. Well, go on then. You better get going. Push off. I've got an empty road to guard.
Right. Well,
Have
pleasure
fun.
meeting you, and I hope the road treats you well.
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Right. Don't know what happened there. Right. As you're walking down towards the general stores, Jenny
I'm
points
gonna,
out.
Go down here.
Sorry, was I talking? I thought I was talking. Where you see the letter E here marked.
Okay.
There is a tavern. There is a picture of an attractive-looking lady and a chicken, and it is La Femme avec le Coq, the tavern, and it has a wide variety of, shall we say, cabaret types going in and out, and soldiers having a right old good time of it, even though it's only mid-afternoon.
So, should we go to the tavern first or the general stores?
We should check
It's
in with the
early
general.
afternoon, so we probably should report the mission message thing from that boisterous fellow with the exploding wine cellar thing.
Organ gun, but I get you.
I'm pretty sure it was a wine cellar. I didn't see any organs on it. But yeah, let's. I think they said it was down this way.
Oops, sorry, Kiki. I'm using your.
Why did you say that as me?
Why the Kiki? I didn't know that. What the weird thing
I'm
to
pretty
say?
sure the word avec means with, so that is actually the translation.
Right.
I think the literal translation is the woman with the chicken.
The woman with the chicken, yeah. Fun pub. Right.
Anyway, general stores. What do we see? Who's there?
You walk in the door, and basically there is a very well-to-do, dressed army officer, a general, and he's talking to one chap, and the chap salutes and marches off out the shop, and he turns to look at you and goes, "Yes? What the hell can I do for you?"
We're here to deliver a message.
Message, you say? Go on. Well, deliver it then. I don't have all day. Okay.
Okay. The message was that fellow with the organ gun is going to come.
You know that fellow, Richard.
Rich,
So, Richard, I think he was a knight or something, commanding a lot of your guys.
I'm
He
gonna
said
I'm
he
gonna
was going to
speak
be a
for
bit delayed, but he's... Oh,
sorry,
sorry.
I'm gonna speak for Theo because he typed this in before you guys spoke, which was Sir Hardwood. The general stores were a bit delayed, but we'll bring something back that will break the siege. Bearing in mind, the general doesn't know anyone's got to remember.
right.
Delivering that message, he'll go, right. Richard Hardwood, yes, good chap. Fair enough. Okay, is that everything, or I suppose you want to go around the shop, I guess. Or do you need to pick up supplies? Hurry up, we're kind of busy here. I've got a
Well,
lot
Richard
to do.
did suggest you might be able to help us out in the supply matter. Yeah. So, I guess we'll peruse his wares. I also have a couple things I'd like to sell off.
Sell very well. I mean, see what we can do. I'm gonna make. Oops, excuse me, hiccup. I'm going to make a couple of things visible. He hands you a couple of notes. There you go. There's a sample of our price list. Of course, anything else, we usually got a fairly good stock of most things. So let me know if you have any special requests. Of course, everything is of the highest quality. From here to that I sell to my patrons. We do have regular stock, of course, but these are the prices of our best stuff.
Oh, yes, indeed. There's a lot of numbers I can see. Tell me, would you be interested in taking a few weapons that I've picked up along the way?
I mean, sure, you take all sorts of. What were you thinking of? We can. Yes, I guess.
So I'm going to show him the mace and longswords that I took from the tents of the Inquisition camp.
Okay. How many
What would you give me for these?
What is it? Just a normal longsword?
Normal longsword, normal mace.
Hmm. Well, let's see now. Yes. Tell you what, don't have much gold, and we tend to work in vouchers for the army. To be perfectly honest.
Vouchers, you say?
Yes, I'm
What
prepared
are
to.
those?
Well, let me show you. Give me a second. I've got a book of them around here somewhere. So. Right, here we go. And he hands you a book of vouchers. I can give you one of these books, to be honest. For that lot, that's the equivalent of 100 British pounds. You don't get do you a good deal as you're bringing in good equipment, and you brought me a message. I think that's worthy of it.
Well, I'll turn it over in my hand, just examining it, and say, well, here's the most important question, and I'm sure one gentleman to another can appreciate this. How many beers does each one of these get you?
Beers? Ha! Crikey, my lad. With this book here, you could buy a bar, quite frankly.
Garrow's just grinning, and yeah, no, he's going to happily give you the weapons in exchange for the Book of Vouchers.
Weapons are a bit hard to come by at the present moment, so there is a bit of a premium on them. And, well, you know how things are at the front line. Everything gets a bit more expensive than they would be normally. So, yes.
Of course.
What we have here is a book of,
Garo
of
just
vouchers.
shakes his hand heartily.
I hadn't finished speaking, sir.
Apologies.
Let me explain to you how this works, because it's important. This is a book of vouchers. In here is 10 coupons. Each of those 10 coupons is worth £10. That, of course, you understand, it makes this book worth £100. These are redeemable at any British Army quartermaster's stores. Just tell them, just show them this, and it has the mark of Marcus Spencer. That's myself. General Stores, surname, of course, and rank. These will grant you that equivalent, if you like, of money. Now, if you start going around trying to buy, beers at taverns and things like that, the locals won't want that. They want actual hard currency. Pennies, sovereigns, angels, if you've got them, and so on. I'm sure you've got currency of your own though, but these are good for my stores. You'll find them in any anywhere near the front line where there was where the war's going off, which is all over the place at the present moment, quite frankly. Also, you'll find an awful lot of the army tend to like to use these as a form of general currency because it's easy. We don't have to carry around sacks of gold, and quite frankly, gold is hard to come by, and at a bit of a premium at the present moment, and all gold has to be sent back to the crown, you see. And you store it in the mint to back the currency of the pound. The British Empire isn't going to build itself. Can't have a great nation without a great big stack of gold in the vault somewhere. So yes, we've started
a marvelous idea.
Started to use this as a interesting idea.
Bit of an IOU, I guess.
I guess it's something that a fair few people have been playing with. I think they took off during the times of the early Crusades. People would leave their money with certain orders of knights, and they would issue them with credit notes, and they would be able to cash those in wherever they are. And this is basically taking that idea and sort of playing it forward a bit, so to speak. Just elaborated on it a little. So yes, I've just taken it upon myself on behalf of His Highness Henry V to offer these coupons for services rendered to the crown.
Hello, Henry. He has my gratitude, and I'll exchange the weapons in exchange for the gift voucher, and then I'm going to browse his stores and see what he has available, both weapons and non-weapons.
So all of these things you have here are in stock, yes?
Everything I have here is in stock. If you should have a requirement of something a little more special, unique, whatever, as long as we know what it is, I'm sure we can get our hands on it, or even perchance even have it made for you. Of course, those sorts of things really come at a premium. Blacksmiths are somewhat busy making bodkins and bows and swords and spears at the present moment. You understand? Obviously not the bows, though. You know what I'm saying. It's wartime and people are busy, but for the right price, things can be made. Such as, for example, the Quicksilver Bow you'll notice mentioned on there.
Indeed. Is it made of actual Quicksilver?
It is not. No, it was the name was come upon by a friend of mine. It's rather an interesting item, in fact. Are any of you bowmen? Might find this an interesting item indeed.
I point to the elf.
Indeed, we do have an elf with us. Those are renowned to be good with bows to some degree.
I see.
Grigori says he is.
The quartermaster, general stores, raises an eyebrow, looks at Theo, and he goes, "Huh, tiny little effeminate little thing like you couldn't use one of our bows." Crikey! Passes over an English longbow. Goes, "Here, try and give that try and draw that. Give that a good pull back. I bet you can't." You won't be able to, because a English longbow, even though it has a +1 to damage and an increased range against a normal longbow, requires 16 strength to draw. I believe Grigori doesn't have. So he would pull to his heart content at the string and barely make a dent in it.
Grigori is typing. He says he's not a longbowman.
Not a longbowman. Yes, well, I can see. I mean, right. I'm not sure if this would do you any good in that case, because this is another type of longbow. It's a little easier to pull back, not really anything. It makes firing a longbow a lot easier. It's quite simple to pull it. And in fact, let me get the description up for a second. Where? Yes, here we go. In fact, I've got it here. Let me just pull this out. And he pulls up what appears to be a strange-looking contraption that is both a longbow with a smaller short bow attached in a kind of lopsided X configuration on it, and on that there seems to be a box that is built into the main handle of the two bows, and that box contains arrows, and it's configured so that there is a handle on one side, and what you suddenly realize you're looking at is essentially a magazine-fed bow that can hold about 6 arrows in this longbow.
I think Theo is happy.
Now, he had this designed specifically.
It's a
kind of a one-of-a-kind bow. Sorry, you were interrupting. Yes, by all means, carry on.
Could our friend here, Grigori, give it a test run, see if it meets with his his way of shooting arrows? If so, we might be interested in acquiring it.
A test run, you say? It's quite an expensive item.
What's
But
the
there
point
is
of a weapon if you never use it?
Well, quite. There is an archery range or a target or so outside. If you'll follow me, I will just demonstrate. As you can see, we put 6 arrows in the side here. You notice that loading this up would probably take a full turn, and the bonus action. It's taking him a little while to fiddle around getting all the arrows into the magazine. He goes, there you go, right. Once it's loaded, as I can demonstrate for you here, you just aim it like a normal bow, and you grab onto this handle here instead of onto the string, and then you put it's kind of like a stock or a shoulder rest into it, and you pull it back and thwank! Off goes an arrow from it. There you go. A little chap, give it a shot. And in the time it takes you for a normal shot, you would be able to take 2 shots with it. Theo says,
Grigori says, "Oh dear. I think I'm in love," he says.
Now there is the only downside to it is this infernal magazine thing here. It takes a damned age to load up. But yes, quite the potent little bow. Right, if you're if you're interested in buying one of these, it was a one of a kind built for a friend of mine by a friend of mine, and he went and bloody well died, didn't he? The thing with war. You go and order something, draw it up, design it, go and tell someone to go and build it for you. And then the next thing you know, someone goes and shoves an arrow through your eye. So I've been lumbered with this thing. How much, you say? You're asking how much? Well, let me have a look here. It says here £999, 239 pence. So just shy of £1,000. Do you have any? Do you have that sort of money? So it's quite the sum. I mean, seriously, it's absolutely astonishing amount of money. 2 gold bars. Oh, these are quite nice gold bars. I could certainly give you. Let me get the scales out and weigh them. Yep. £120 plus handling fee. I can give you £110 per bar of gold. Do you have any more? Okay, let's go on then.
Surely you can give a bit more than that. It is a bar of gold after all. It's already in the correct format for trading.
I know,
Indeed.
absolutely, but the pound has a specific value next to gold. It's the absolutely cornerstone of the economy. How much would a gold coin be worth? May I see the gold coin? You passing him a gold
Anyone
coin?
who's more persuasive than me, they might want to try and persuade him to give us a bit more for the gold bars.
One of your gold coins. You go, oh yes, okay. Not the usual markings on it. Slaps it on the scales. Makes some measurements. Yep, that appears to be exactly the same weight, and looking at it, pretty much the same purity as an angel. So I would give you 80 pence for one of those. So 4 of those to the pound. That would be well, let's see. We've got £220 already. I mean, I suppose that chap over there with the walking stick has just got the book of vouchers for 100. If he wanted to add that in there, that would be 320. So you would need another 680 pounds, which would be carry the one. Because you would need about 2,720 of those gold coins you've got. Not enough cash on you. Not surprised. That is quite the princely sum we are talking. I suppose we can always point you in the direction. We've got some people that need some tasks doing around here. Might be able to earn yourself a couple more booklets of vouchers or coupons or whatever you want to call them. See if that makes a bit of a dent in the price for you. Yeah, the recruitment officer needs a hand. Do you have any short bows? Yes, we have a short bow here. Short bow, the short bow is £165. It is not, of course, an ordinary short bow. It's a Marcus Spencer short. Of the absolute highest quality. And he passes you one over. The short bow he passes you over to try out, you would describe it as a masterclass or a masterwork short bow, and would be exactly the same damage as a normal short bow, but would give you +1 to hit.
This does indeed appear to be very finely made.
It's a little more than a gold bar. Gold bar is 110. I've got this down on the books at 165. But we're certainly getting close to it, yes.
How far short are we?
Well, about £55.
Can I... Just 1 second. I pull Grigori to the side and ask him, look, do you want the better bow? I'm willing to give you the gold bars, and Gara over there said that he's willing to give you his shares of the gold bars if you want them.
Garo has not actually said that, but
Oh,
by
Gary
all
didn't
means,
say that.
continue.
I suggested that, or rather the general did.
Still, was it?
I-
I have some dead weight I'm looking to get rid of. Wouldn't be interested in a suit of chain, would you?
Chainmail?
Indeed.
Suppose I could give you a tenner for it.
A tenner?
Yes, £10.
You seem to be charging 150 here.
Well, yes, that's for a Marcus Spencer chainmail. They're made by the highest craftsman in the world. This is rather badly used and abused. A little bit rough.
Used and abused? Rough? I'll have you know I've taken immaculate care of this thing.
I don't doubt it, but it's certainly seen some action, shall we say. I wouldn't be able to sell this until I'd sent it off to be looked after and taken care of and generally brought back to the state that I would want to sell it in. As you'll notice, nothing in the shop is exactly common.
£10. How many of our gold coins is that?
Of your gold coins? You said that a gold coin was worth 4 gold coins of your gold coins was worth £1. So 40.
Well then I can possibly make a change. Does seem frightfully low. These great swords of yours over here, they
Yes.
what's so special about these then? I mean, they've clearly got a sheen on them, but
Sheen on them? Do you not notice the pattern welding of the hand of a marksman of an absolute master that has worked on these? These do not These are not swords that are knocked out in a day or two. These swords take months to forge and hone into. So these are some of the greatest swords you can find outside of the palace. Would you like to try it for weight?
I would actually like to cast Zone of Truth.
Oh. Okay.
Where is my Zone of Truth? It is in spells, though we all know what it does. And I shall look him dead in the eyes, and I shall say, "You are certain of this?"
I would stake my life on it. This is one of the finest swords you can find outside of the palace. This is an absolute masterwork sword.
300 of your pounds, yeah?
300 of my pounds, as you say. 300 of the king's pounds.
Okay, I shall offer you these 2 gold bars. And how much coin would that need to make it up?
That would be an £80 difference, which 80 is 240 gold coins.
I'll count them out under the desk for him.
If you'd like, you can just put it on the scales. I will set it up for the right weight. Or the gold out if you're counting that.
Counting? Certainly. Why not? It will make things simpler. So that is 2 gold bars and 240 gold pieces, yeah?
Excellent, yes.
There we are.
Now are the crown owner, lady of a Marcus Spencer greatsword. It serve you well.
I hope it shall. I'll give it a couple of test swings and swap its place in my sheath with the previous greatsword.
Smashing. Okay, you now have a.
Dude.
Sorry, you go on.
Do good 2 gold bars cover the cost for a Marcus Spencer breastplate?
A breastplate is indeed £220. Yes, exactly. Exactly.
I'd like to purchase the breastplate then.
Splendid.
Ace, unless this is not true in 5e, you might want to consider that wearing metal armor may affect your spellcasting.
No, it doesn't. Ginger already
Okay, ignore me, never mind.
stated that. Yeah, we already said that. I am not a normal druid.
Well, I was going to say,
Well,
in that
indeed.
case, that has negated the effect of it being a Marcus Spencer breastplate, which is it is a remarkably comfortable piece of armor, and would have a significantly reduced effect on running speed, weight, half the weight of normal, whilst just as hard, and yes, a reduced damage to spellcasting.
So should I just add a +1
No.
breastplate on me?
It is not. It's not +1 breastplate. It has.
Okay.
Unfortunately, with what Ginger's already discussed with you, it basically has very little effect, other than is half the weight of a normal breastplate. But to anybody else that happens to be a spellcaster or anything like that, also it's reduced because of reduced weight. It doesn't damage to sprint speed or an effect on that, and it doesn't have an effect on spellcasting. But you already have that apparently. So I might have to rework something. It's just a very, very comfortable breastplate and it's very light.
I need better armor anyway.
Sure. What if you trade in your old bow?
My
I suppose I could give you £2 or £3 for it. For Theo's old bow. I'm assuming it is just a normal, regular short. Magical. It's a regular bow. Yeah, yeah. You'd be lucky to get a £5 for it. Bear in mind, he's giving you 20 gold, which is usually the price of a short. Hold on. What? Right. Theo, what are you going for? Are you going for a short bow, or are you short bow? And you're putting towards it one gold bar. One gold bar gets you to 110. So you need £55. £55 is so you're £50 essentially. So 50 times 4, as I'm sure you know, is 200 gold.
I have added to my
I'm back.
equipment an M&S greatsword. Oh, and it's juicy.
There's not any like any other greatsword. This isn't an M&S greatsword.
Exactly. This is you're going to be dressed up in the finest Marks and Spencer's gear. I would say, Chase, if there is any weapons that you would like here, even if okay, I notice you are lacking in the straight up weapon department. If there is something you would want to order, you could maybe have it within a day or two.
Nah, I'm fine. Honestly, it's just like without magic, I'm basically stunted, so I can't really do anything.
We'll have a chat afterwards. There is an effect when magic happens, as you know.
Yes.
That doesn't necessarily have to be a reason why you don't cast spells. Certainly, you're going to have the opportunity, but you start thinking box a little. And when I give you the opportunity, you'll know it. But
All right.
there is the potential to wreak absolute freaking havoc with summoning demons at will. Think about it.
I'm not evil.
No, I'm not. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying anyone casting magic does it. And you want to think about what that would do in this world. A rapier would be is 120, so that would be 1 bar and 40 gold. Smashing. Add for yourself a Marcus Spencer rapier.
Rick,
Yes.
I know it's not on the armor or weapon list, but does he have any M&S shields?
Yes, certainly. As I said, anything that is not here, these are merely sample price lists. These are what I have in at the present moment, but we can soon rustle something up within a day or two. We are readying ourselves at the present moment for a push on the fort that you came to bring us a message about. We're going to be heading over there with a decent force in a few days' time. Can't tell you when, of course. Mum's the word. Walls have ears, etc. But no, Theo, I said it was 110 gold. Oh, sorry, 110 for the gold bar. The MS rapier is 120 pounds. So 110 for the gold bar and 40 gold coins. Of course, if you wanted to nicely kitted out, if you wanted to help us with that particular push and you were kicking around for the next couple of days.
Well, of course,
Well,
that's what we're gearing up for, is it not?
I'm sure I can arrange for a mercenary.
sounds like it could be a bit of a laugh, but we do have to make sure we don't have any other commitments already in the calendar, of course.
Oh, of course. Of course, nothing. I mean, you are Englishman, I think. Or are you not? You speak the English tongue. You look relatively English, apart from that up over there. I'm not sure.
Oh, I wouldn't know much about that. Your good friend Richard, I think he said I was from what was that land he mentioned? I think he said out of character. What did he say? Scarborough. I think that's what he said. But Ginger definitely referenced
Slough.
one of the counties. So
Yes.
well,
Yes, he's
Slough.
from Slough.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just say your friend Richard said I did pass a remarkable resemblance to the old guys from Slough. Now I don't know if I have any family out that way, but I am a gentleman from a long family of gentlemen, and gentlemen do get around, if you catch my drift.
Bloody lovely country. Yes, absolutely. Well, in that case, you won't mind fighting for king and country then?
Well, a good fight is a good fight, don't it? Wouldn't you agree?
Splendid. So you'll take the coin. Fantastic. A few tasks for you.
Again, as I say, it would be a bit dishonourable if it conflicted with other things we've already promised, but other than that, I don't see a general problem.
Splendid.
So I would have to get back to you on that one.
Splendid. Well, as it turns out, as long as you're not, your calendar isn't too busy for the king, a good major in recruitment may have a bit of a task for you. We have I don't know if you noticed, the town is currently overrun with refugees, people running from the war. Civilians, you see, they're not cut out for this sort of thing. The fighting starts and they run for their lives. Can't say I blame them. They're not really cut out for this sort of thing. But
Seems a mite cowardly to me.
well, they're just farmers and peasant folk. But some of them might be fit to serve. And if they're willing to take the king's coin, then we're willing to take them and train them up. And I believe that's what the good major is looking for at the present moment. And if you pop over to see him, he might have a task for you. And don't be surprised if he doesn't offer you a couple of these books of coupons as payment. If you're interested in earning some extra money, of
you're
course.
saying.
Beg your pardon?
So a bit of an old-fashioned rally. Get people together, get them all excited for big old, showdown, and then point them in the right direction.
If you like, I mean, if you want, you can just pick them up and take them over to him. And I don't know I don't know the details of it. It's not really my game. But certainly there is certainly a need for recruitment. Powder boys and various other things, people to do the running and cleaning and generally sorting things out and potentially make them into soldiers over in a period of time.
Sounds like it could be a bit of a laugh. What say you, Grace? You up for doing a bit of people scouting?
I mean, certainly. I mean, if they've been dishonored, then they have no place in this world. But if they can be given an opportunity to regain that honor, maybe it's worth our time.
Give everyone a
Save
chance.
their souls and
I would
whatnot.
say. Oh, well, I think. Well, let's check with the others. I don't want to speak on their behalf. What say
I mean,
you,
nobody wants
Speedy?
to be out just dying in their sleep now, do they? Deny them the honor of life after death.
Well, there is that. Speedy, Gregory, what'd you say? Would you say we should do a bit of this? Could be a laugh.
If there's nothing else, then yeah, more coins the better for us.
Good show, good show. Well, if you pop down the road, if you basically go up the road, take a left out of the door, follow the road round, and then take the I think it's the second right. You need to speak to what's his name, Major File. Go and chat to him. Ask anyone. Major File will be your man. He's the chief recruitment officer in the area. Go speak to him, and he will tell you what he needs of you.
Excellent. Before we go, I'm going to ask, could you recommend to me, was it Marcus Stores, I think you said your name was. Could you recommend to me, do you know any place that a haberdasher may be around? I've got a bit of damage that needs repairing on this shirt here, you see. And our character, yes, I know a haberdasher is not the right thing for that.
No, haberdasher does sell sort of general sort of fabric-y type sort of goods. Maybe a needle and thread. Yes. Touch of repair. Well, if you don't have any of the equipment, I'm sure we might be able to find a bit of here and there. You might want to pop over to the
just looking
marketplace.
for the equipment, my good man. I'm looking for someone with the expertise, which I'm sad to say I do not have.
Yes, if you pop over to the marketplace, you might have walked past it when you came in. Which way did you come in from?
We came from the east gate, I
Was
believe.
that a map of the place and shows you the map? Whereabouts did you come in from?
We came from there. So point to there. I also point out if I see it's the tavern, saying we walked past that.
Right. Oh, you came down that way. Okay. No. What you want to do is go over to here. This place here. Most mornings, there'll be a market there, and the frogs, the local frogs, like to play their wares in that area. You might be able to pick up a needle and thread or whatnot there. But this is the spot here, and he taps the point here with an N. If you go over there, that's where you'll find the good major, and he'll set you right with whatever tasks we've got at hand at the present moment. Might have something more for you later, but as I said, we've got a few bits and bobs and whatnot cracking off in a short period of time, if you know what I mean. Mum's the word. Oh. Anything else I can do for you fine gentlemen and ladies?
Well, I am in the market for now. As you've already said, this M&S brand of yours. It seems to be right up there, up to snuff and all that. I find myself in the market of maybe acquiring a shield. Now, some of the things we've gone up against, a bit harsher than we're used to. I thought a bit more defense, might keep us alive a bit longer. You don't happen to have an M&S branded shield out there?
We have a number of shields, so I don't have any in at the present moment. There should be a ship hopping in into port in the next day or two. and I believe there should be a shipment of all sorts on there. What sort of a shield were you after? Because we
What?
have a number of different types. So I don't know if you're ready. We can do the small buckler, which is much more than a big belt buckle, really. But you hold it in one hand and hold it out to the fencers with the rapiers like that. Quite effective. And then there's of course a round shield, and then there's a slightly larger kite shield, full-on tower shields, and something that's rather. Some of the Roman chappies and so on have started using something, the vase shield. Got a couple of lads with crossbows been using them. Terrifying thing. They are. Huge shield, almost as tall as you are. They wear it on their backs most of the time, like some sort of. I don't know. It's quite the sight. It's just basically it's a pair of legs sticking out of the bottom of a large shield, and you can just about see their hat sticking over the top of it from behind. And what they do is they sort of run into combat, and then they kneel down and they stick the shield into the ground. It's got a bit of a spike on the bottom of it for jamming into the ground, and they use it for cover for firing from behind. I must admit, I'm rather taken with them. Quite impressive looking things. I've put in an order for a bunch of those. We might have a couple of those lurking. I don't know if you've ever run into
I
one.
do say I'm not a shield aficionado. I'm sure you can tell. I mean, I have held a piece of wood or a piece of metal in the past to protect me. I mean, who hasn't? But I'm more of the sort to run in and hit things, than the sort to fire an arrow or a bow, as it were. To be honest between you and me, I don't think I've ever fired a bow in my life. So something that allows me to still keep my dexterity would probably be more appropriate. But by all means, I'm interested in trying anything you can get your hand on, see what sticks.
Well, as I said, we'll have a couple in a few days' time. Yes, you could probably pop in there, and we'll certainly have something. One of many types, I'm sure, but. And Theo is asking if there is any better armor than leather armor. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. You need light armor, don't you?
He needs studded leather.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I hear if you put small metal studs in decorative places, it makes it more defensive.
Right, actually, Kiki, you're the expert on D&D that I fall back on. Does it just go sort of, is studded leather the best classic type of armor? Or
Stupid, yeah. It's kind of the best for medium with the default set.
Certainly, we can do something. I'm going to come up with something that's slightly less retarded than studded leather armor. We can.
Yeah, leather armor is AC 11 and studded leather armor is AC 12.
Yep, plus your dexterity.
Yeah. It is absolutely stupid.
Well, let's not go mentioning Black Dragon scales to him. But
Do we have black dragon scales? I think we do, don't we?
Someone, I feel I remember someone like gathering up scales from something.
As I was going to say, certainly my old rogue used to have black dragon scale armor, but he'd taken the hit to stealth. He rolled stealth at a disadvantage for having medium armor, but could deal with it anyway because he'd got something like 22 stealth. So disadvantage didn't really make a lot of. Tell you what, let me have a look in the back here. I might have something for you. Just give me a mo. And he runs off to the back. Is there let me have a look, because there's a dexterity modifier, isn't there? That
Light armor doesn't have a penalty to your
there is
max
no
dex.
penalty.
Okay. Yes, medium armor has a penalty, so that you can only have 2, and heavy armor does not take in dexterity at all.
Yeah, I'm willing to say. Yes, I can certainly do you some studded leather armor. It would probably be around about £90 for one of our better ones. And as you see, it's not just. It's basically he pulls it out. It's a leather armor. We're going to classify it as studded leather armor because that is the quality of it. But it is A, it is light, and B, woven into it is actually not studs, but there seems to be basically 2 layers of thin leather armor, and in between the leather armor is woven metal, basically a chainmail with leather over the top and behind it. But it is not a thick chainmail, it is only a very, very light chainmail, and so we are going to classify that as your studded leather armor.
That would be 12 plus your dexterity.
It would be 12 plus your dexterity. What armor do you have on at the moment? You got studded leather armor. Yeah, it's going to be basically the same thing. We could maybe come up with something specially designed for you, sir. That would basically retain all the lightness and agility of your current light sort of leather armor, but we could put some metal plates in it. Maybe on the parts that don't move. So across the chest, maybe some sort of plate across the stomach and over the shoulders and down the arms. And maybe build in a little bit of chainmail as well, and maybe call it a +1 at that point. But that would be a custom job, and I'm not sure I can get it for you immediately. out of character. Think Witcher armor.
That's cool armor.
Yeah. So basically leather plates with chainmail sewn in. But yeah, okay, fine.
How much till the end of this session?
Not long. Basically, what I wanted you to do is have a quick chat with Jenny, pop over to the major and pick up that mission, and that will give you essentially 2 missions to do to pick up a little extra cash. And that was it, really. There isn't much more to it, so I was going to maybe finish at 12, unless you want to finish early.
I'm kind of tired. I just want to sleep, to be honest.
Okay. Well, shall we head over to the major and because there's 2 missions basically. You need to pick up that one and the other one whilst it's fresh in my head. Because well,
let's go to the major.
We've not got quite as much done as I'd wanted to. I wanted to those done and so on. Okay. So Jenny has been waiting outside the door for you, and she's going to comment. If you're heading over towards the major, she's going to comment on all of the general people sort of milling around and the refugees as well, and it's concerning her quite a lot. Oh, the poor kitty, etc. You gonna head straight over to the major?
Yep.
Okay. So you're popping over there. You are out now over here. And Jenny is going to have a bit of a sour look on her face and go, if you're going to be talking to him what I think you're going to be talking to him about, I want to have a word with you afterward. I think I might have a counter offer, but go and see him first. So you pop in.
We pop in.
You pop in the door to the place.
Did we get the name of this guy?
Yes, Major File.
Major Files. Okay.
File.
Yeah,
F-I-L-E.
I'll go up. Okay, I'll go up to whoever's on the desk at this place and say, yeah, well, we're here to see Major File. Marcus sent us. Marcus Stores.
The general. You'll address him as a general. Good lord. My name is. I'm the Major File the Third. He is General Stores. Marcus to his friends. I'm assuming you're friends in that case, but yes. Address a general.
I consider him a friend. I don't know if he considers me.
Right. So, the general sent you over here. Is he? Yes, are you wanting to sign up? Is it?
He suggested we might be able to do something about your recruitment problem. Some sort of whip around the town, see who's out there, sort of thing.
Oh.
Every man to their place, every man to his duty, all that sort of thing.
Yes. Yes, quite. Oh, good show. Oh, that changes things dramatically. Yes, splendid. Yes, we're in need of extra recruitment. We find that well, it's a war, you see, and everyone seems to keep on getting bloody well injured, and so we always need extra recruits. And well, I'll be perfectly honest with you, not having much luck around here. The damn frogs. They're a bit work shy. B, well, yeah. They tend to not like fighting. They tend to sort of run off. If you're not careful. So
well,
I mean, what I was going to offer you is we have need of young lads of trainable age that we can train up to become future soldiers, and can also do the running around, sending messages, getting to and from the front quickly, and generally, bit of spit and polish, taking care of the armor and the general dog's body's work, so that the general men and so on can get on with fighting. So what I want you to do is, if you could, awful lot of urchins lurking around in all kinds of corners of the city, and well,
urchins, you say?
Urchins, yes.
Oh well.
If you can round up as
my
many as you can,
friend
that will
CD
come in.
here is a bit of an expert at urchins.
Oh, really? Man.
Don't listen to him. We are gonna find your urchins and recruit them.
Recruit them up, get them over here. Every 10 you can bring in, I'll give you £1 a piece. So that'll be a tenner. Get as many as you can, and there might be a book of coupons in it for you. It depends on how many you get, maybe more.
Well, what do you say, CD? Sounds like it's right up your alley, doesn't it?
I'm gonna groom.
Okay, good show. Right. So if you need anything, just basically give me a shout. What we could do, you can arrange for, if you like. There's a number of things. There's a bit of a loophole, you see. If anyone that takes the king's coin has essentially agreed to fight. So anybody that you give one of these coins to, well, we can then go and round them up and press them into service. But if you can get them to come willingly, so much the better. And he's right there is I can sell you one of these bags of coins right here. They're just pennies. This bag here has 240 in it. That's so about £1. You've got £1 or 4 angels or whatever. I'll let you have this. Go around, give them a penny, and we'll collect them up, and we'll give you £1 for each one that you give a penny to. Can't say fairer than that. Or, as I said, if you can get them to come along willingly, it'll save you a penny.
I don't suppose you take vouchers from the general stores, do you?
Vouchers? Good Lord, those vouchers are £10 a pop. Yes, they're £10 each. I just think you can do 2,400 of them? I mean, you'd resupply the army. Good show if you can. I'll need to send for some more coins though.
I'll just give him the 4 gold pieces. Those are for angels, right?
Yep. Look about right. Strange markings on them, but they'll do. Seem right and wait. There you go. Have a bag of those. You now have in your possession a bag of 240 pennies. So, if you're going around handing out these coins, just pop over to see me, grab a couple of the lads, and they'll follow behind you at a safe distance, and anyone you give the coin to will find their way over to here post haste. If not, as I said, if you can get them to come willingly, so much the better. A lot less kicking and screaming in that. Right. Anything else I can do for you, fine chaps?
No, I think that's everything for now, and we'll see what we can rustle up, and of course steer them your way.
Splendid. And seeing we're all friends now, you can call me Peter. Shakes your hand, and off you go.
Yep.
Jenny meets you on the outside of the door and goes, "You're not going to do what he's asking you do, are you? He's asked you to round up young lads to go and fight in the war, hasn't he?
Yep.
Something like that. Not on the front line, of course, but between you and me, old Jenny, bit of a horrid man, don't you think?
I don't know. They fled. They fled a war front without even fighting for it. I mean, offering them a chance to die on the battlefield and not live out the rest of their eternities in hells is surely that's better for them.
You
Jenny
say
looks
that,
at-
Grace, but he was offering him a chance to clean weapons, not fight.
Well, the fighting will come, I'm sure. For right now, he did ask us to press a couple of young boys into service. Why? Why do you ask?
Well, as a friend of mine, Jacques, he lives here, and whatever that guy is offering you, I'm sure Jacques can offer you similar. What Jacques will be doing is, I want to get these war refugees back. They're French citizens. They shouldn't be fighting the French army. It bothers me, and I know I have connections in the royal. I know I'm famous, and as a result, and I know that the king, King Charles of France, has put up several homes and things for war refugees in Paris, and he is basically offering rewards to people to get as many people back from behind English lines and back into France and back to Paris, so that he can take care of them. And I don't think he wants the men of fighting age. They should be, well, frankly, they should be fighting. But women and children, yes, if you can send them to Jacques, I will point him out. Jacques can. I'm telling this in confidence. I'm not going to tell. If he is found out, we are talking about smuggling people through through a war zone. But yes, he will get them to the King of France.
You can't be suggesting that women can't fight, or that the children can't be trained to fight in later life.
Well, that
My-
is a fair point, Grace, but should they be fighting for their country or against their country? What say you?
Does it matter so long as they fight for glory?
Yes.
Is there any glory in killing your own people?
There's glory in slaying those weaker than you.
Seems a little two-dimensional, don't you think?
Well, that's because life is two-dimensional. It's only once we get beyond that we can truly experience.
Yarrow holds up his hand and turns it left and right, staring at it as if to make a point.
Jenny turns and goes, "Look, it's the way I see it. We've got three. You can either help them by sending them to Jacques, help them the boys by sending them to Major File, or you'll probably find the WEF. You've seen their posters about. They have offices around here. They'll be rounding the unsuspecting up and sending them down to Rome. So
Well,
it is not a good time to be out and a refugee in France at the moment, and they have unfortunate fates all round.
honorable combat is surely better than being rounded up into service and slavery.
Certainly. But
Yes,
I
that is a
just
fair
wish
point.
people could be free to choose their own thing, and that is at least what the king is offering. But
We are all free, mate. our own choice. But sometimes we need guidance. Sometimes we need to be led to the battle. And sometimes we need that little extra push to fight.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it seems like we all have different opinions on
We don't want to fall
how to
out
handle
about
this.
this. I just thought I would say, it's worth thinking about. If you want, I can point them out to you. It's good to have options.
How about this, Jenny? I'd say, unless any of my friends here disagree, let's all think on this and sleep it over at the tavern, and get back to you tomorrow. I'm sure we can come up with an answer we all agree on by then. What say everyone?
Right. Well, I am putting on a show at the tavern. I know they have some rooms there. They will most certainly make you welcome as well. Let's say we all go and spend some time in La Femme avec le Coq and sleep on it.
As we walk over there, I'll just ask Grigori, like, what does that mean in common?
Make your way.
Well,
I'll tell you what, whilst you get making your way there, and whilst Theo is writing whatever he's writing, Jenny is also going to say, yes, it is the woman with the rooster. That's right. On
Yellow
the way there,
smirks, but says nothing about it.
Jenny says, well, if you're not doing whatever you're doing, if you want, I'm putting on a show in the next couple of days. I will. I may want your help a little. Putting on that show. If you've got nothing else on, but anyway, let's
Sounds great.
Go in there and they'll sort out some room. Reasonable price. And shall we leave it at that particular point?
I think so.
CD
I think
seems
so,
to
yeah.
want to go to bed. That's fair enough. Chase, it's sorry, we always end up with you and Theo half asleep.
It's only 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, no, I get you. You're a little ahead of us on the time zone. So we will leave it at that. You have your mission from the Major. You have some nice new toys, some nice new armor, and there is a battle a brewing. Now, whether or not next week go rampaging around the town, rounding up children for the Major, or whether you go off to fight the fort, or maybe both. There are plenty of opportunities to earn plenty of money, and I'll see if I can't come up with some interesting items for those that haven't quite gotten as much as others. But if you have any suggestions of anything you might like as a custom sort of design or something like that, when now we've got a Mastercraft store, let me know, and I'll see what we can do. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. I will end the stream. I can find where the stream is running from. There. I'm just going to hit end there.